welcome to the Metalheads podcast. My name is George.
And Buke.
This is Jay.
This is Will.
And I'm John.
And this is our first episode of 2016, episode 41.
I want to first start by saying how badass is it that for a second episode in a row, our friends Will and John join us.
Exactly.
Because they are a part of this Metalheads machine.
That's right. You know,
and it for List Mania, though, too. I mean, it's lists. We're all addicted to lists now, so...
That's right. Last episode, we did our year-end best of 2015 list, and Buke had the great idea this time. Instead of our top 3, we're going to do a top 10 albums of the last 15 years.
George, I got to contradict you. It's not a great idea. It's a terrible fucking idea.
It
was a hard idea. Yeah.
And I actually found it not too challenging as long as I'm allowed to have like 25 honorable mentions.
Exactly. You know, we only had like about a week to put this together, and there's no way you can possibly like go through all the albums that have come out in the last 15 years and find everything that was awesome in that span of time. So really, this is our, best guess approximation for having thought about it for only a week.
It'll be a cumulative list because this is, if we were saying, oh, fuck, I forgot that a lot last time, we just wait till today, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
We had been talking about how much overlap was on the last, on the year-end lists. And frankly, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of overlap on this list because there's so much to choose from. I mean, I could be wrong, but
I think you're wrong, George. I think there's going to be a lot of overlap. I really do. I'm at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 records will be on multiple lists. I gotta believe that.
I think Buke and I might have some stuff because we did the last 15 years together.
Yeah,
and so
and me in my list, the last 5 years are pretty absent.
Yeah,
maybe because I think for looking at like a 15-year list, what jumped right out to me is what I listened to the most over those years. And just frankly, enough time hasn't passed yet over the past couple years.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 that Buke and I might have, but there's at least 1, 2 of mine that I'm betting nobody will have. 3 that nobody will have.
Any chance that anybody on shares a number 1 on the list?
No.
Nobody's going to have my number 1.
No, George and I might. There's a slight chance George and I might.
No one has Bell Witch's number 1, Jay, okay?
Hey,
I thought about putting that on there, but I'll tell you right now, it's not on my list at all.
Can I please go on record while I have you here, Will? First off, I'm butchering words already.
Will, you talking to Jay or are you talking to Will?
I'm talking to you, Will. Your most recent Brewheads, dude, you knocked it out of the fucking park.
Thank you, sir.
You knocked it out of the park, man.
There's going to be about a gazillion more coming.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Yeah,
good stuff.
If you haven't checked that out yet, Will's done a couple of the Brewheads, as we're calling them so far. First one was a 3 Floyds for the Amber Smashed Face, based on Cannibal Corpse, of course. And then he also did the Left Hand Brewing Left Hand Brewing Fade to Black.
Yep. Yeah, so what I have in the hopper right now is I'm doing the Slayer beer. I'm waiting to hear back from the brewery in Ninkasi. So I had a couple questions for them. So I want to try and I don't really like to call these things like beer reviews. It's more of like infomercials or I don't know.
But wait.
There's more.
Yes.
You call in 10 minutes.
Yeah, call in the next 10 minutes.
We'll send you a second 6-pack.
Yeah.
For free.
Hey, how was the Opeth beer?
We'll let you know.
Oh,
he showed it to me. He whipped it out and stuck it in the camera.
Skype.
Yep. Yeah, you said yep.
We will be drinking it during this podcast.
All right, cool.
Don't worry, Buke. I've got more.
Well, let us know when you break into it. So the big news since the last time we talked to you is, of course, the fact that after all our speculation this past year, the mighty Lemmy has finally left the building. As is per usual, Buke, a.k.a. the Angel of Death, rained down upon me and said, "Hey, Lemmy died." I'm like, God damn it!
When I texted you, I could tell you were busy doing something. You were like, "Wait, what?"
I was working.
Yeah, you were like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, and he told me about it, and I was like, "Oh, that sucks." Not unexpected or anything like that, but wow, okay. And then I kept working, and about 10 minutes later, it was like, boom, just fucking hit me. I just started bawling, and I started playing.
Go ahead, George.
I started playing some Motorhead music, and put on a playlist, and started thinking about all the times I've seen him, and just like he's one of those people that has been a part of my life for 25 years or more. Mm-hmm. And while I didn't know him personally, never met him, he's just one of those institutions that's always there. It's like part of your family. He's always been there, and suddenly he's gone. And it's just like this hole. And you're just like, wow,
Yeah, man.
It's like when Dio died, That's probably the magnitude. When Dio died, when Peter Steele died, those were catastrophic events. And this was, while again, not unexpected, a pretty devastating blow.
Well, like you said, we didn't know him, dude, but he's like, the way I liken it, especially like with famous people, and obviously this being a famous person in metal, who I do legitimately like Motorhead, it's like one of those, it's like a star on the sky map, you know what I mean? Like it's there, it's there, and it's just weird that shit's gone all of a sudden, so it's just weird. He's like one of those little things by which, even subconsciously, you kind of navigate the world, because you know where all your shit is. You know where Lemmy is.
You're like, where'd the Big Dipper go?
That's right.
2015 was a shitty year. I mean, a lot of big names passed. I mean, Jay and I did a little commiserating over Chris Squire from Yes.
Yeah, man, that was
just a tough year.
It was a tough year. It was. And Chris Squire was an amazing bass player, too. Well, we got decimated last year. It makes you wonder who's going this year, because Iommi, shit like that. And I mean, just metal's getting weird, dude. And we're getting old. And the guys
you hit it on the head, Jay. We're getting old.
Yeah, we're getting old. And they're older than us.
Yeah.
How's it going to be when like a Kirk Hammett dies?
That'll be all right.
Yeah, as long as it's not Hetfield.
Okay. Does he still play guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how's it going to be when James dies?
Devastating.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So,
how about Lars?
Nobody really cares about that.
Crickets.
My big one was Jeff Hanneman.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, exactly, dude.
That was pretty devastating too.
Mm-hmm.
And also Mike Scatia or Scatia, whoever pronounce it, from Rigor Mortis. Yeah.
Yeah,
from Rigor Mortis and Ministry. Yeah. Not that I cared about Ministry, but Rigor Mortis, man, that guy, unbelievable.
Oh, well, he made Ministry. I mean, his guitar riffs on Ministry, that was what got me into Ministry.
That's the reason why I listed them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Same here.
Died on stage.
Well, Chuck Schuldiner too. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's obvious. Yeah.
That's a huge one. But just to kind of steer it back to Lemmy, I mean, I just like George, I've been kind of on a Motorhead binge ever since. And one of the things George and I talked about is, and we've said this on the show, but sometimes like we give Buke a pass. We're sort of like, you know what, dude, if you don't like them, we'll admit that they kind of, all their stuff is all of a type and sounds the same. But you know what? When you go and put on the Motorhead eras, they don't all sound the same, No,
they all the different eras have their own distinct sound, and it's not all the same,
And that's a band you got to see live.
Yep.
You got to experience them live. Just that wall of sound just blasts you right in the face when it starts, and for an hour and a half, you're just like, fucking bring it.
Yep.
So when you talk about the different eras, you talk about one era is at 420 decibels, the next era is at 419 decibels, the next era is at 422 decibels.
Yeah, you're right. And
I'm just making a joke, but
it's like, there's different sounds. I mean, there's the early stuff, which was way punky, and then some of the like late 80s kind of stuff. I don't want to say it was more produced, but I mean, there was a little more melody and stuff in there. There was the shaved Lemmy period where, it was actually pretty kind of catchy, and, his voice wasn't quite as rough. And then, the last period, the last 4 or 5 albums or so, it was just sort of, I don't know, it was just like, I don't know, they were all the same, but it was heavy. And his voice was scratchy, and you can tell the different periods. I'd have to have like the list of albums in front of me, but it's not like he was only a one-trick pony.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I got the periods memorized. Really, the eras. I mean, basically, it's the originals, and then you've got the period where Orgasmatron, for about 4 records after that, it was 2 guitar players, which really changed the band. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I totally skipped the Robbo Robertson period where they had 1 album out, Another Perfect Day, which was the guy from Thin Lizzy. Okay. And then you get into the last period, which was really kind of the heavy metal period. Which was just
don't say heavy metal in front of Lemmy.
Yeah.
Can you guys explain something to me though? As I've said it before, not a Motorhead fan.
We're all
says that while he's
fans
wearing
today.
Motorhead headphones.
Well, I want to wear Motorhead headphones out of association. That's what George has here. Why is it that Motorhead seems to when I think of Motorheads, all I think of Ace of Spades, Orgasmatron. But you see them, and I mean no disrespect to the Ramones either. The marketing machine, I think, seems to be bigger than they are. Do you say that's weird? Because to me, I haven't heard Motorhead really, I'm kind of losing my thought here, but kind of have any weight.
I got a theory because George, that's what you and I talked about, which was when Lemmy died. He was actually something that we identified with on a musical level, but there's a whole group of people out there that identify with Lemmy on an icon level. There's people that are fans of Motorhead, and then there's like Lemmy fans.
But I guess where I was going with that is you see Motorhead branded everything.
Sure.
I remember growing up before the ages of the internet. I say that as I'm turn 33 tomorrow. Like getting like metal magazines or buying shirts and stuff, no matter if it was socks, boxers, hats, headbands, you always knew whatever it was, incense holders.
Yeah.
You could always find a Motorhead one of those.
Well, the Motorhead logo is kind of transcended just being a logo, and it's like a piece of pop culture icon.
Okay.
And so that's why there's a lot of people that have that stuff that don't even like Motorhead.
Yeah, I guess maybe that kind of would added on to me not understanding why they were so big, because it's like I'm seeing so much get thrown at me that it never stuck. And I'm like, man, if I'm seeing it, if everything I look is branded Motorhead, these guys must be like the fucking Beatles.
But they're more like...
I can probably give you a good sort of metaphor, Buke, is that Motorhead may have branded a whole bunch of everything, but the music still is there. Lemmy is still there. The music is still great. It's great rock and roll, dare I say heavy metal. Then you have something equivalent like Kiss, which I grew up loving Kiss. And then, it's like, but Kiss is the same way. They put their name on everything. But this day and age, their music does not stand behind all the branding. So I think you have, what I see it as, you have Motorhead where the music stands up. It's great rock and roll / metal. It's always been this pretty much the same way. You know what you're going to get with every album, and it's great. But with Kiss, it's sort of like, Kiss has turned more into a marketing machine than a band at this point.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll go you one further, Will. And here's what I would compare it to, be Harley Davidson. And that's that you see tons of people wear Harley Davidson shirts that don't have Harley Davidsons, and probably don't give a true fuck about motorcycles. And
that's a great point, Jay.
It's a brand.
It's a brand. And it's a brand that represents kind of outlaw, blah, blah, blah. That's why people loved Lemmy as an icon. And I get that. It's fine. It's just... I like the music better than I like that outlaw brand, and so that's annoying to those of us who really love Motorhead, by the way, Buke.
Yeah. I liken Motorhead to the Ramones as well, another one of my favorite bands, because the Ramones were really huge in certain circles, and much like Motorhead, you'll see people wearing the Ramones logo on a t-shirt that you're like, what a fucking poser. Because the Ramones were never big financially or commercially. Nobody, they never had a number one album or they never charted, high, and they never had the sales, but they had the respect of the music community and their peers. And so there were a lot of Ramones fans, but not a lot of money behind the Ramones. And I've always thought of Motorhead as the same way, only that Lemmy is more of a cultural icon and therefore,
the guy lived, eat, and breathe the rock and roll lifestyle.
Hey, and you know what? And he loved the Ramones. And the other thing here, I think another thing that explains it, and this is something true that I read in a Motorhead review once, maybe 4 years ago when some record or another came out, and it's so fucking true. Every Motorhead song title, with few exceptions, is basically a biker tattoo. You know what I mean? Born to Lose, Built for Speed. It just goes on and on. Ace of Spades, The Hammer. Killed by Death.
Yeah.
They're all
Killed by Death.
like things that you would write on. They're either tattoos or something you would write on a bomb in the Navy. You know what I mean? And
there you go, ISIS. Here's a little Killed by Death.
Yeah.
It seems like
resonates with people.
It seems like every song I've been hearing, every time I turn on XM radio, and I got to say I love the tributes they've been doing, just tons and tons of tributes. It seems like every song I hear from Motorhead is somehow saddening because it's like, killed by death. Yeah, he was. That's it. It took death to kill Lemmy. Yeah, okay. Or except for Orgasmatron. But a lot of the songs are just like, wow, that's a depressing title right about now.
Let me read you some, George, because you and I are talking about that, and here's one that really went home with me. When I was listening to the song after you and I talked. Let me get it up here real quick. It's totally worth your time. And it's called Built for Speed, and it's off of Orgasmatron. And it says, let's see here. You know the rules, you all know the game. Try to do what's right. And I swear I can't complain if I die tonight. But I don't think it's in the stars for me to go that way. I'll be here for a long, long time, babe. I'm here to stay. Woo. And that came out, that was off of Orgasmatron, that song, Built for Speed.
Yeah, and I posted on Facebook, I think it was All For You. Is that the name of the song from Rock and Roll?
Yeah.
And, he was talking about the line, that'll be the day that I die. And I was like, I heard that on the day that he died. And I was like, whoa, mind blown, He's talking about the day he died on the day that he died. That's messed up.
Respect to Lemmy, man. Much respect to Lemmy. I am a fan. I'm a fan of Motorhead. I'm sorry to see him go.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't necessarily recommend this, but if you get a chance, look at the last two photos that were taken at his 70th birthday party, dude. I don't know how he lived the next 3 days. I mean, he looked like a skeleton with skin hanging off of it. I mean...
Yeah.
I got the chance to go to the Rainbow to see his spot, and I was that's kind of cool. I mean, it was packed. I couldn't even move in the place, but I got a chance to see it at least, and so it was worth the visit.
Did you see his initials on the trivia machine?
No, I saw the machine, I saw the spot, but I couldn't get to it. When that place is full, you can't move, and then if there's bands in there that night, forget it.
Where is this place?
It's on Sunset Strip. It's just this little
Rainbow
place
Bar and Grill.
Rainbow Bar and Grill, just sitting right there in the middle
LA?
of in the middle, right in the strip.
They took the video game that he plays and they shipped it down to his apartment so that he could play it while he was passing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
In fact, I read that he was playing it when he died.
Where did he live in the end?
An apartment complex just down the street from the Rainbow. It's
So he moved to LA.
He's been there for years.
Okay.
Yeah, probably maybe 15, 20 years. He lived in a houseboat in London for a long time. Then he moved to the U.S. and he literally lived in this just like no nondescript apartment complex, a few blocks from the Rainbow, because he liked to walk there. He literally moved so he could be next to the Rainbow. Incidentally, another fact about the Rainbow, that's why Richie Blackmore named his band Rainbow. All the rock guys used to hang out there.
Yeah.
So wait, did they change it to Richie Blackmore's Rainbow in LA?
That was a good one.
And my next question is, how are Jack Daniel's stocks doing right now?
Yeah, they probably plummeted the next day.
Right, sales went down and we have no idea why.
Sales went down 55%.
I'm thinking they did all right from all the posers who decided to start drinking Jack Daniels all of a sudden.
Yeah, move over, Blacktooth Grin. It's time for Jack and Coke.
No.
Well, now it's vodka and orange juice.
Yeah, it was vodka and orange before.
Yeah, it was slightly healthier.
Yeah,
it was healthy for him. This is good as fruit.
So a couple of interesting tidbits along these lines. There's a change.org petition going around to try and get a new heavy metal element that was discovered to be named Lemmium. And at last I looked, it was at 52,000 signatures, so that'd be pretty awesome. Apparently somebody also named a star after him.
Right on.
But that would be pretty awesome. Also, I saw another campaign going around where people were trying to get people to buy and stream Ace of Spades to try and get it number one on the charts the week after. They didn't get number one, but it did land on multiple Billboard charts, so better than nothing.
Yeah.
Is that based on airplay or purchasing?
Both. Well, see, it depends on the list. That's the thing. It was on like a digital streaming list, and it was on the like rock charts, but I guess they have a list for everything now. So
there was some town in Finland too that some town, I think it was Finland, that played Ace of Spades through like the bell tower downtown, like the city government. A lot of people have sort of honored him. I mean, people really did love the guy, and he is a world figure, and he traveled the world. But there's been lots of little stories popping up where it's just sort of like, people, they named it Lemmy Day and such a city and stuff. So
yeah, it's been what, a week? No, been more than a week. Because it's the 9th, and he died in December. So it's been 10, 11 days. And I was listening to Liquid Metal and Boneyard again this morning, and they're still posting stuff up there, R.I.P. Lemmy, and talking about it. So, he definitely meant a lot to a lot of people. And in fact, today is his funeral out in Los Angeles. And unfortunately, fortunately, they're streaming it live on YouTube at 6 o'clock Eastern time.
So today being January 9th, because by the time you hear this, it's going to be a few days.
Yeah.
Yes, so presumably you'll be able to watch it after the fact as well, I'm hoping, because that's going to be happening while we're doing this and while we do our interview with Roundtable.
And by the way, I have to have a mea culpa here because I had everyone move up the time of the podcast schedule today based on a family schedule of mine. So therefore, I don't get to watch the first hour. George does not get to watch the Lemmy funeral.
Yeah, but we wanted you here, brother, so it was worth it.
Well, guess what? At the funeral, Lemmy's dead.
Exactly. You're not, so you take priority.
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah.
Then I'll go for a walk.
I'm feeling better.
Actually, I figured it'd be more just a fuck off and a middle finger, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think Lemmy would want his funeral to be everybody walks up and pisses on the casket and walks away.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe like an Otis Urunga's funeral pyre on a lake or something.
Yeah, I made that, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
All right, well, why don't we get into our featured band for today? The band is called Roundtable. You may have heard us speak of them on the podcast previously. They're from Australia, and we're going to be playing you some music from their first album, Dread Marches Under Bloodied Regalia. So here's the interview, and we'll be back after that.
This week's featured band. This week's featured band. This week's featured band. Listen to this band.
Hello, and welcome to the Metalheads podcast. My name is George.
And Buke.
And this is Jay.
And we are joined today by Jono and Rhys from Roundtable, all the way in Melbourne, Australia. How you doing today, guys? Yes, from the future.
G'day.
Yeah, it's Saturday here in Maryland, but it's around 7:30 in the evening. But over there in Australia, it's about 11:30 in the morning, if I'm getting that right.
Yeah, and Jono assured us that nothing terrible happens in the next 5 hours, so we're okay.
Yeah. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves, and each of us just tell us who you are and what you do in the band?
First, I'm Jono. I play guitars in the band.
Rhys, I play bass and do the vocals. Well, the screaming. I would scantily call it vocals.
Yeah, that's vocals. You didn't say singing. That's all right.
Yeah, Jay does the same thing.
Yeah, I'm accused of similar crimes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, can you give us some history on the band? How did you guys come together? How long you been together? Stuff like that.
You can do that one.
All right. We started, I think, in 2012. I'd sort of put ads out trying to find... I wasn't from Melbourne originally. I was from Perth on the other side of Australia. And I'd sort of tried to find people to play with for some time. Sort of putting out classified ads and whatnot, sort of saying what sort of thing I was thinking of. Mostly met with failure. Just, had a couple of jams with people and it just didn't really gel or anything. And I was kind of on the verge of giving up because it was just getting kind of exhausting. But I saw an ad from someone else who was a drummer saying he was looking to start something. And some of the sort of things mentioned as sort of influences or whatever sounded like they might be compatible. So
who are they? Let's hear them. What were the ones that stood out? What stood out to you? What did you...
I think from memory it was like Black Sabbath, Electric Wizard, and The Sword.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe.
Okay.
That's perfect. Yeah. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. So I thought, well, here's someone who might share an interest in the sort of thing that I want to do. So I thought, what the hey, just give it a go. And we did organise a jam, and yeah, it went really well. So I think we did maybe another one, and that went well too. And he sort of suggested that he had a friend who played bass who might be interested, who turned out to be.
Guys,
and,
I've heard of horror stories of people buying cars and stuff on the internet. How is it going to meet future possible band members on the internet?
Is it a little bit like online dating?
Yeah. When you show up and somebody may be talking themselves up. Because I've gone on online dates when I see a profile picture of a girl and I show up and I'm like, oh, This isn't the same person. Like somebody who may have said, "Oh yeah, I can riff and I can, keep this amazing time on drums, or I got killer vocals," and they show up and they're like, "Bing dong, ding bong, ding." You're like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, we had one band on here that they found one of their guys on Craigslist. I don't know if you have Craigslist there or not. You ever heard of that?
We do, but it's not popular.
Yeah. And that's kind of the point. It was that
Yeah, true.
It's like you find prostitutes and things like that on Craigslist. You don't find band members there, but
let's hear about you, Rhys, a little bit.
Yeah, well, I just got a text message one day from Josh. Josh is our drummer, and I'd been in a bunch of bands with him before of different genres, and he just said, "Yeah, there's this band. I've just had a jam with a guy, and come around and we'll have a go." And yeah, it was definitely interesting. Meeting Jono for the first time. He had an enormous prospector beard, down to his chest.
Prospector.
A prospector's
it's like a
beard.
brand.
I love that.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh my God, who's this guy? Is he gonna break out the jaw harp?"
Yeah. Definitely. I was like, this guy looks like he's indulged in hallucinogens at some point. So I can trust his taste in music.
Yeah.
Especially with the style of metal you guys play. Definitely if somebody's a little out there a little bit, maybe you give them the benefit of the doubt a little. Heavy riff influence, a little high on fire type of vibe,
yeah.
Give them a little, because if Matt Pike would have showed up, these guys would have kick him to the curb right away.
So your first album is called Dread Marches Under Bloodied Regalia. First of all, I got to tell you, that's probably one of my favorite album titles last year. Such a cool. I would have bought the album on the album title alone. Can you give us a little bit of information on what was your recording process like? Did you do it in a studio? Did you do a home studio? What was your process and how long did it take?
Well, the first I guess year and a half, we've been together for 3 years, so the first year and a half to 2 years was all home studio stuff, bringing along a little handheld recorder to our jam sessions and just piecing together bit by bit songs that first started off at 45 minutes long each and just trying to condense them down into some kind of format. And then we went to the studio. And you want to tell them a bit about that?
Yeah, so it took a while to sort of write all this stuff, I guess, but after a while we were like, we're going to have to do an album or something formal as a sort of creative statement to be taken seriously. So we just made ourselves the goal of recording an album. So we booked ourselves in with a professional studio over here called Goat Sound, run by Jason Fuller, who was previously, well, actually, I think he still is, but they don't do much anymore. A band called Blood Duster. I don't know if they're popular in America.
Wow, they're an older band, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember them.
They sort of grindcore and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's still he's become more of an engineer, although he still plays in bands. And pretty sought after for different types of metal over here. Increasingly so for the kind of doom kind of stuff and that. We'd heard a couple of things that he'd recorded in the past and thought it would be a good match for our stuff. So
I had misgivings at first. Wait, what's the profanity? Are we allowed to swear on here?
All you want.
What? Oh, yeah.
Swear all you fucking want.
Yeah. Cool.
Swear like a dirty Australian criminal, like the country was founded on.
Oh.
Yes.
I heard from Josh, I'm pretty sure it's a Blood Duster album. It's just called Cunt.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a tat across the girl's stomach, if I'm correct. Yeah.
So I wasn't sure what we're getting ourselves into with a guy like that. But,
he's mellowed out a lot.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure. Was he? I'm picturing a guy in a bow tie, and it's really nice to meet you, gentlemen. Yeah.
So who did the album cover artwork?
That was my partner's mum.
Wow. Okay.
That's cool. I like
That's
that.
really good. I love the album art. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely goes
Yeah.
along with the album, what it talks about. And
Well, and keep it in the family too. That's awesome, man. I'm not joking. That's really cool that you somebody that sounds like a little family affair over there.
Yeah.
Economically sound decision too, by the way.
Well, I did pay her quite well for it, so
Oh, you did. All right. I take it back.
yeah.
but I was happy to.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Well,
Well,
she did a really good job.
Where do you guys
Yeah.
draw your lyrical inspiration from?
See, George, you see, yes.
And who? Yeah, do one of you you write the lyrics? Or is
Yeah, it was mostly Jono first up, and it was just kind of a what do you call it? Like a
Collaboration.
yeah, this is good, this isn't so good kind of process from there. Because Jono from the outset had a really solid idea of what the kind of theme was going to be, what the songs were about. So yeah, he kind of had to hold our hands at first and just get it all recorded and get a kind of concept down on page, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can talk about it forever.
That was the best audition ever. Yeah.
Jono, what are the lyrics talking about? If you could,
What's that?
what are the lyrics? Or do you
feel
pretty
like
much?
is it metaphorical or is it?
Yeah.
what
That's
are you
is
just
it?
telling stories
Are
or
you
what's
just telling
going on?
stories, or is there like a deeper message to it?
Telling a story, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a narrative concept album, so it's not really trying to be metaphorical. It's just telling.
I didn't, for what it's worth, I didn't expect it was, so I hope that you're not disappointed in your own answer. I mean,
No.
we're pretty gut level. We're pretty gut level guys, so I mean, yeah, right on.
I mean, it might be like allegorical on some level, but I like that it's kind of open to interpretation. I'm not really a big fan of trying hard to kind of push home some kind of agenda or whatever through art.
Sure.
I think it's
You and J.R.R. Tolkien. Tolkien was J.R.R. Tolkien. That's a famous thing that he was like way not into, because all the hippies were like, but yeah, it's like this and then, and Tolkien was like, it's just about hobbits, dude. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It represents nothing.
I get the impression, based on listening to the album, that the music takes precedence over the lyrics, given how much more of it there is.
Yeah, I mean, Sleep's Jerusalem but the three of us love that album. Definitely,
And I love it too, by the way. That's a favorite
See,
of mine.
now, guys, can I ask you, the three of you? I've listened to the album. I own it. I own all the Sleep stuff on vinyl. I don't
let me just-
appreciate
he's
it
get-
because
he's
I
getting
don't know
ready to
how
trash
to
it.
listen to it. Do you
I love it, dude.
Do you just put it on, though, and are you like, man, that 27-minute mark really strikes out at me, Or is it just kind of like all-encompassing?
It's all encompassing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more like that,
Yeah.
I think. I mean, you guys should speak for yourselves. But for me, it's just a statement, man. I mean, the whole thing is just like this one big mood, And also, I'm a huge Mike Pike fan, as you know. So, but I don't want to speak for you, gentlemen. I mean, maybe it's the stoner thing, dude. Maybe you either kind of get the stoner doom thing or you don't. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, there's lyrics, maybe 10 lines of lyrics in that whole hour and 5 minutes. So
Not a lot.
it's always something that should kind of complement a song in this style of music, I think, rather than being out there in the front
what
and
you're
like
saying.
taking, especially because we're all kind of musicians first. Oh, sorry, instrumentalists first.
Yeah, so
rather than-
everyone's an instrumentalist first, not a vocalist first.
yeah,
Right.
that's right. Yeah, if that makes sense.
No, it
without
does,
sounding-
totally,
It
totally
does,
does.
yeah.
That was the impression I got
Yeah.
listening to it. So
Because if it's not anyone's strong suit, why worry about kind of putting it out there first? Just let the instrumental part speak for itself.
well, it's not necessarily a matter of a strong suit. I mean, the vocals are great.
They
It's
are.
just if that's not your focus, I think is what maybe
Yeah.
you meant to say.
And it wasn't at first. We originally were just going to be instrumental, but
Wow.
it just kind of wedged its way in somewhere.
You guys
no.
thought? I know it's still early yet. Have you thought that maybe subsequent albums you may just be an instrumental release?
Could be.
Could be. Yeah.
I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
maybe.
So for each of you guys, what influenced you to start playing music in the first place? What were the bands that you got into, when you were younger? Were they metal bands? Were they rock bands? Do you have any dirty secrets, like, maybe there's some Bryan Adams in there, or, and second part to the question, if it's a long-winded question, I'm sorry, is what kind of things were you listening to when you wrote the album?
Want to go first? Or?
Yeah. I guess what got me into music originally was I always had a knack for it as a young kid, and so Mum got me piano lessons for a start. So pretty much from, I don't know, 10 or 11 onwards, I've been involved in music and playing instruments and whatnot. And then what put me onto bass and more heavier music was a girl that I had a crush on in high school, played bass and started dyeing her hair black and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, there's a darker side to this thing. I got into it there.
What was your first metal band?
First metal band? Oh, jeez. I don't know. I mean, probably, it's such a wide genre, so it's probably Tool when I started taking it seriously.
Sure.
But, you know, like Dirty Secrets and stuff like that, like everyone in my hometown loved Nickelback back in the day. So it was, yeah, that's probably the dirtiest secret. Oh, and Creed as well. They were huge in the 90s. That was just like impossible to ignure. So it was just,
man. Wow, those are, we said Dirty Secrets and you were like, I'm just going straight for the fucking basement, bro. Let me Creed. Oh, wow. But yeah,
We've all been there. Well, maybe not Buke, but we've been there.
Yeah.
No.
It's,
I am pleased to say I avoided both of those bands, but that's also sort of telling about your age. I think you are probably in your late 20s or something, or
yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah, I think it's the
Yeah,
same age.
because it was interesting to hear that Tool was an early heavy band for you. What record in particular was going on with Tool when you got into them?
it would have been Anima at that stage.
Yeah, did you see?
That's my favorite.
Did you see them when they came over there? They come over there.
Just the most recent one.
Yeah. Did you like it? Thought it was a good show.
Yeah, it was a great show. They definitely. What amazed me was I was about 3 rows back in the mosh pit, and I didn't need earplugs or even feel like I was getting barraged by their sound. It was just a perfectly mixed. Yeah, they're just really professional, and
they got a good mix. They actually were here last night, I believe, and they're playing tonight too. They had two sold out shows in San Francisco.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I didn't go. I've seen them like 1,000 times. So, which it's just the thing about Australia too, right? I mean, you guys, it's an event, isn't it? Kind of. I mean, not everybody comes over there.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's like a 24-hour flight. So
yes, and so every once in a while I'll see. I do think maybe High and Fire's been there, haven't they?
No, in a couple of weeks.
Oh, this is the first time.
I mean, not a couple of weeks.
They were in New Zealand, I think. They were in New Zealand for the earthquake. That's what it was, I think. Is why I'm thinking. But yeah.
Oh yeah. But they've been down our hemisphere.
You got your tickets?
Yeah, no, actually.
I do. They're playing like in a bit over a month.
Yeah.
Week after our launch, actually.
Yeah, I held out buying tickets because there was a possibility we may have got the support.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We were hoping. Yeah, we're hoping.
As in, just hope. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck.
No, we didn't get it.
We didn't get it in.
I see.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for bringing it up, guys. Jeez.
That's their loss.
Yeah.
Right?
That's you're goddamn right. It's their loss.
They're fucking lost.
Totally. So,
Yeah,
Jono, what about you? What about what got you into music, and what bands did you like?
Yeah. Probably like my first band that I really got into was Rage Against the Machine.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah, so I mean, nowadays I don't really have the same strong feelings about it, except a bit of nostalgia. But
Sure.
I see it for what it is. But yeah,
Skating games.
yeah. Tom Morello's guitar playing definitely, made me want to pick up the instrument, and I'll always be grateful for that.
Yeah.
Was there any other guitar players that made you want to play?
I'm struggling off the top of my head, so maybe not. But like I might have listened to a lot of bands and like wanted to play that kind of stuff, but it was like the one where I actually focused on the individual as opposed to just the band. Yeah, I was into like all kinds of. I was into heavy metal, heavy music, I guess, from the outset. So that's kind of what I wanted to play. But a lot of it was pretty dubious because Rage Against the Machine, like they weren't too bad, but they kind of opened the floodgates with the whole rap metal thing. And I'm sorry to say that I, as a youngster, I did kind of fall for that kind of thing. Sure. It's very very gratifying to a sort of pubescent taste.
Absolutely, man. Lots of shouting, good beats.
Vague sense of anger.
Fuck you! I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah. I'm gonna clean my room.
Exactly. We were speaking of influences and that kind of thing. You're part of an episode right now, the podcast that we just have been talking about our favorite records in the last 15 years. I'm not going to necessarily ask you that, but was there anything like in the last year that you really liked a lot, and particularly metal? I mean, it's like what records have you guys really been enjoying lately?
You go first. I'll have a think.
Honestly, like the last year has been definitely for myself, like just very insular and kind of just focused on what I'm doing.
Sure. Yeah,
getting the out was like it was like being
consuming.
Very very consuming. I did manage to listen to a couple of albums. I think probably Elder
Yeah,
More.
that was on my year-end list.
Yeah, great album.
That's a great album. Also, I've been listening to the new Goat Snake a lot.
Yeah. Blues from, what is it called? It's got blues.
Age
Black Age Blues, yeah.
That's just a really, really catchy album. I don't usually slam albums over and over, but you just keep wanting to go back and listen to that. It's great driving music.
Yeah, I like, what's his name? Steven, the guy in the band. He's the dude who's
Greg
the Son O too. Yeah, Greg Anderson, excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, his guitar is excellent on that.
He's great. Yeah, he's a great guitar player. He really is. And I believe he owns the label. I'm pretty sure Greg Anderson is the owner of Southern Lord Records.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
The Rhys, what have you been listening to?
I mean, Jono and Josh listen to enough metal for several men. So I tend to try and balance things out and listen to other genres when I can and try and take, good snippets from those. But I guess I'm always going back to Ohm and the Adviatic songs, or how do you say that?
The other half of
Adviatic songs. I
the
can't
other half
remember.
of Sleep, yeah. So that's Sleep minus Matt Pike. So
Different drummer these days as well.
oh, is it a different drummer? I didn't know they switched up. I haven't followed them real close. To be honest with you,
They changed a few years ago.
did they?
The new guys
I was a little more.
right,
I was kind of Matt Pike loyal myself, which is silly. I'm not. I don't mean to say you had to choose one or the other, but that was kind of the direction I went with that split up. You go with mom or dad. I went with dad during the divorce.
Yeah, fair enough. Dad.
Yeah. And Matt, they're from here too, and Matt lives here. So I mean, I don't know him, but they're kind of an Oakland phenomenon. I live real close to Oakland, so.
Right.
Any of you guys Motorhead fans, comment on the news about Lemmy's passing?
I mean, it wasn't unexpected, was it?
No, I mean there was
we were predicting it for months.
there was reports about him running out of steam at gigs, and like he definitely was someone who'd just keep playing till the end,
Yeah.
And for him
All you had to do was
to have to do that, everyone knew that it was serious,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he wasn't someone he wouldn't take this sort of thing lightly,
Oh, he looked awful in the pictures. We saw it coming. I mean, are you Motorhead fans?
Yeah. Josh especially. He saw them live. I think it was 4 years ago or whatever. He said it's the best live show he'd ever seen ever.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, they're great. They're great live.
Yeah, not to be morbid, but we were kind of predicting that this would be the year that we lost him, and he didn't quite make it to this year.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Not quite.
Actually, his funeral's today.
yes, in
That's
fact,
right.
it's actually it's probably just about over now.
I
it
watched
started
part of the live stream just before you guys called.
Yeah, I was going to do that, and then we reorganized when we were going to record the rest of the episode. So hopefully there's a non-live stream that'll be up there afterward, because I'd like to check that out.
I'm sure there will.
Yeah.
What was it? Were people talking, or were bands playing, or what was it that you saw?
When I was watching, it was just like 10 minutes. It was just people sharing memories and whatnot.
Okay, yeah.
That's cool. Excuse me.
So, is there any? Would it be a realistic hope for you guys to tour a little bit with this record? And I even just mean in Australia. I mean, I'll tell you right now.
Have you even done any live shows?
Yeah, have you?
Yeah, we have done live shows. We've definitely ramped it up this year. But
Last year.
I can't see us doing much. Oh, sorry, last year. Yeah, I can't see us doing a whole bunch of touring on the back of this record because
Sure.
unless something happens and it gets a lot bigger than it is at the moment. But I don't know what that would be. I mean, it could just be the right person talking about it. But
Yeah, that's it.
we've never really been the beneficiaries of a whole lot of hype, and you need a little bit of hype on some scale to get anywhere, especially in this country.
I can't imagine
So-
it's real convenient to go other countries. Is there like
Sort
a
of.
touring circuit of Australia that bands hit?
There is, but it's not really much of a circuit because unlike your country or Europe, there's so much space in between each major town, and for the most part, you might as well forget about country towns because it's hard enough to find enough fans to play a show to in a major city,
Yeah.
let alone a country town where everybody's just heard of Nickelback,
Right.
Yeah.
So
Do you? Well, so that was in a related question. What is the scene? Like you're in Melbourne. What's the scene in Melbourne? And I mean the metal scene. Are there other bands? Of course, there's some, but I mean, the other bands. Are there people that come out and show up to the shows, or
Do people the metal scene? Is it all like cliques? Like the death metal bands stay with the death metal bands, and the black metal bands stay with the black metal bands, or because of your location and everything, does everybody kind of is it
Play
like
together.
a melting pot of metal where
It's
you know,
absolutely, like you said, people just stick in their clicks.
that's
One
unfortunate.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, we have that here, and you know, you see festivals like Wacken where they've got power metal bands with the death metal bands with the black metal bands, and people go to see all of these things, and they're so much more varied in their tastes than we are here in America. I mean, I love all kinds of metal, so you know, I'm not one of those purists that is like I only listen to black metal. And so I like to encourage as many people as I can to try out different styles of music and not just get stuck in one subgenre and be like, that's all I like.
Yeah. Well, would you say there's a scene? I mean, and bear in mind, I'm in the Bay Area. You know, this is where Metallica and everybody, and there's not that much of a scene here anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. It's a little
They
anemic.
moved somewhere else, or
The scene?
I'm
Or
serious,
Metallica.
yeah. Like, certain areas become like, isn't Manhattan just becoming like a shithole now? Where it used to be like a scene where all the cool people would hang out and.
Well, it's more like there's a thing that happens in America where in all the major cities, there's just this sort of really homogenized, like all the major, like a bunch of stores that are represented. It's like it all, like Times Square, like used to have personality, and now Times Square is just like Old Navy and a certain pizza place and this and that. It's the same thing in San Francisco. We have a place here called Fisherman's Wharf that's just all those fucking shops. So, and so a lot of those scenes are dying. The scenes are really falling aside here because it's harder for the little rock bars and stuff to make it. So go ahead.
That's phenomenon's global, you know.
Yeah.
It's happening here as well, and it's bigger than music scenes as well. It's
Everything.
about individual sort of localized culture existing anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny you say that because, and I know that to be true. You know, when I've traveled to Europe several times, and the last place I was Ireland, and I have to tell you, Dublin, the place where they want the tourists to go or where they expect the tourists to go, is just like Manhattan. It's just like Fisherman's Wharf here. It's just all the same. It's these fucking ridiculous.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, look, McDonald's.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the same here.
I don't think that bodes well for what it is for the music scene, too. And I agree with you. It's on a lot of levels. But so I'm assuming, you got to work pretty hard to get some people into the shows, maybe.
Yeah. I think what you said about sort of genres sticking together, or subgenres really. I think in some ways it's a bit of a safety thing. People are afraid of putting people off by offering something that might, disinterest people. And it's not just the case of getting people down the show. It's a case of if people just turn up for one band and then they all leave for the next set,
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't want to be playing to no one, even if you do get the money off the door sales,
Yeah.
So
and I've done
play it
that.
very safe.
I'm in a band, Rhys. We were telling Jono before you got here, and our drummer is always telling me, why don't we, go down to Los Angeles and we'll play some of these other places in the West Coast. And I always tell him, I always say, why would we want to drive 5 hours to play it for nobody when we can play for nobody right here, my friend?
Exactly.
And I can't tell you how many shows we played where there was like a full room and then the band before us played and then everybody left. You know what I mean? That is rough, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but are there other bands in your clique, if you will?
Yeah, definitely. There's a growing scene. Like, we're definitely getting a sense of community about it. Like,
Good.
It's
Bands you respect and like?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, which I was going to say before. Like, a bunch of the albums I've been listening to have been local Melbourne bands. This year,
Cool.
last year. Sorry.
Drop some names on us, man. We'll check out anything. So if there's like something we should be listening to, give us a hint. Like, who do you like?
Holy Serpent.
Okay, Holy Serpent. Look it up.
They're Melbourne-based, originally from New Zealand, but I think they formed in Melbourne. Didn't they?
I think two of them are from New Zealand, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of play a more, I guess it's more psychedelic, like stoner rock more than the metal side of things, but they do draw a metal crowd. And
there's a bit of a traditional doom kind of vibe on there, like pentagram and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cool. But they have a little presence online, so we can check them out.
Yeah, definitely find them, I'm pretty sure. Also they did the East Coast. That's the main kind of touring spot for Australian bands doing the East Coast. Melbourne, Canberra, Sydney, Queensland, Brisbane or whatever. And Wilderness, they put out a really good album as well. Wilderness.
Wilderness.
It's spelt strange. Might have to look it up. It's like WILDEORNES.
Okay, well, and it's Melbourne.
Like
I'll just
archaic
Melbourne.
spelling.
You
Yeah.
should check that out. They're really good.
Yeah,
that's the band we played with in Ballarat. One of them brews beer, which is very good.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
really good.
Yeah, we'll look it up.
Good guys. Yeah, it's kind of stoner metal meets sort of black metal kind of stuff and other
Nice.
sort of influence. I reckon you guys would like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's like a homage to many great types.
I'm looking it up right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
So, have you guys been trying to get any label attention, or has anybody been sniffing around, or are you just kind of gonna do your own thing, and if it happens, it happens?
Nobody's sniffing around from my knowledge.
Well, they should be.
I wouldn't play hardball with them if they were. But, yeah, I've tried to approach a few album labels, but no luck so far.
Well,
A lot of people don't take submissions these days.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried people who do or haven't stated a policy either way. Yeah, mostly just haven't received responses, which is actually more common than people not saying no thanks.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You never know. Something might happen in the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
It's-
next album. I don't know.
Yeah, the scene's weird, man. The
Yeah.
scene is weird out there. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
There's-
I
there's
agree.
so many-
Go ahead.
There's so many bands in the world trying to get people to listen to their stuff, and a lot of them might be alright, but most of them are not standout. And if they were, then that would just raise the bar, and then they'd be mediocre again by
Yep.
by comparison. So that's just the way it has to be, unfortunately. Unless there was just a complete dearth of music happening at all, and people were just trying out for anything. But that's
Right.
really not the way. So yeah, I understand. Like people are just too busy, and unless they have a recommendation from someone they respect, they're probably not going to give you the time of day.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's because I always like to say the internet both revolutionized and completely ruined music. I mean, it's sort of like now you can hear a million different bands at the tip of your fingers, and that's wonderful. But on the other hand, you have to wade through a million fucking bands to get to something good. So yeah,
That's true.
and so it's the same thing for the labels. The labels have to listen to so much shit before they get a chance to hear something like that. Was weird.
Yeah.
So, who came up with the name Roundtable, and what inspired that?
That was me. I think I
Is
came
it
up with
Arthurian or?
well.
In a way, in a piece, like it's made up of many different kind of aspects that word espouses. It's espouses. I mean,
Either way, we're easy.
yeah. It's,
All right. So what's next for you guys? Are you gonna do some touring, or are you writing for something new? What's going on?
At the moment, we're taking a little break, and then we'll start practicing a lot we're going to do an album launch. We're trying to get a record pressed on vinyl.
Oh,
Nice.
There we go. Now we are talking, boys.
Are you guys vinyl fans?
definitely.
Yeah,
We
so
are
are
too.
we.
You're talking to three fanatics.
Yeah, we'll definitely buy that. If you do a Kickstarter or anything like that, you need to get funded. Just let us know. We'll pick it up.
Well, that's good.
Cheers, man.
We're kind of already funded it out of our own pockets, but it's good to know. I think next time maybe it'd be good to do something like that. I guess it's just hard on the first time around because people, if they haven't heard something yet, they have no reason to help.
Well, I
them.
think, yeah.
Sure.
Well,
That
hey,
makes sense.
Whereas next
But
time,
hey.
it'd be like, you want the music? Pay for
if you ever just need a couple of bucks, let us know.
Yep. Yep.
Are you still there?
Yeah, the
Yeah, this
video
over
dropped
there.
out.
It's just turned the video
Uh,
off. It looks like.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, the video.
So
went
I
out.
There it
don't-
goes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll definitely buy any vinyl.
Yep, we definitely
For
will.
sure. It probably cost $40-$50 to get it shipped here, but
Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
Hopefully not that much, but yeah.
Yeah, do you
there
guys
is
have
that.
any merchandise yet? I was looking. I didn't see any.
Really? Yeah, that's interesting. That you should be able to. It's on our Bandcamp page. There's a header. If you click the merch button, it should take you to
Maybe
t-shirts.
maybe
Yeah.
I overlooked it, but yeah, I wanted to try and get some merch. I will look again.
I don't know if it's working properly, so that'd be good to know. Yeah.
I'll look again.
I have a question for you that's a little strange. Well, maybe it's not, but I'm a guitar player myself, and I have a Les Paul, and there's this Les Paul website I used to go to. It's like a forum site. It was kind of annoying in the end, but and I would see guys on there from Australia who were like that. It was like unreal to try to buy, like in particular Gibsons, but it sounded like a lot of like imported musical equipment was just like really super expensive. Is that something that is true to form across the board, or is it?
Yeah, it's true.
It is true.
But I mean, these days, you'd probably it'd be even more expensive, maybe, or maybe they're trying to sort of cut down profits to increase sales. I don't know, but I mean, they cost because the exchange rate's so bad now that
Yeah.
you'd be crazy to buy anything from the US because. I mean, that was a way that you'd get around it. Sometimes you'd order stuff from the US directly instead of buying it from retailers, which maybe in some ways helped to kill the retail industry here. But I mean, it's the way it is, though. If people are going to charge heaps for something when they don't really need to, then people are going to look elsewhere.
One of the biggest just music stores in and around Melbourne was Allen's Music, and they've had to reduce the amount of stores. I think they've got one left in Melbourne itself.
I thought they closed down totally, but then I went past it the other day.
Yeah. So it's like, it was just too expensive, and people were going elsewhere to, get their instruments and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, how did you get yours? How did you guys get what you have?
You can get secondhand stuff here, and occasionally you get a good deal. We've got a really good secondhand store in Melbourne, and I'm pretty proficient with the classifieds and eBay and whatnot. I've ordered stuff from the US as well before, like preamps and stuff, and amps too. But these days it's not very affordable. There's quite a bit of stuff floating around Australia that's alright. I would be going for the old Japanese guitars anyway over US stuff.
Wow. Okay.
So, I mean,
no offense.
No, I'm taking no. Yeah, I mean that's
Well, why is that? I've never heard that said before.
Oh, really? I don't know. It's a bit of a secret, I guess, but it's becoming less of one. People like me talking about it.
I don't even know of any Japanese
I don't
brands.
know any.
Well, no, you know what it is, George, is that, and this may not be what you're talking about, so you'll have to chime in here. But like, for instance, the Gibson Epiphone line used to be made in Japan. Is that the kind of thing you're talking about? Like some of those, not necessarily Epiphone, but Japanese-made American brands?
Yeah, there was a bit of that, but they also you also got brands starting out of the same factories that would just kind of rip off classic styles and that, and there were lawsuits about some of the stuff.
Counterfeit Les Paul.
Oh, like Hondo.
But that was so good. That
Like
actually,
Hondo John custom.
Yeah, my first guitar was it was a Hondo, which was I think probably Korean or something, and it was a copy of the Kramer Eddie Van Halen guitar. It had it was black instead of red, but it had the taped white lines on it and stuff. And it was.
I know the ones you mean. Yeah.
But you've had good fortune that, and I mean, there are guys in America that do feel the same way about that. Like I know the guys that some of the companies now, unfortunately, a lot of the ones that did produce in Japan are going to other places. So there are guys who are looking specifically for the Japanese, what I call the cheaper brand, of the not just American cars. I realize you're saying there's also Japanese brands,
Well, like a Yamaha. I mean, Matt Pike's classic guitar was a Yamaha SG 2000.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a double cut SG. It's a really fancy one. I mean, sorry, SG is a double cut anyway, but it's like a Rolls Royce of SGs. Like binding and everything. Yeah,
I've got a Yamaha too.
Carlos Santana developed those with Yamaha in the 70s.
Is that right?
Yeah, they're really good. They were expensive then as well.
Yeah,
but now they're popular because people are getting onto it. So.
Well, and the guys in Mastodon, I think Bill Kelleher plays one, and like you said, Matt Pike plays one. I think that fucks that shit up bad because then it's like everybody wants one all of a sudden.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I managed to get 1,500 pretty cheap. Now they're already sort of almost 1.5 times the price I paid for it. So
not cool.
That was only a year or two ago, Yeah.
In terms of acquiring instruments and whatnot, I'm kind of a diehard. I like going into the store where they're all brand new and just having a look and something about that feeling. Talking to the guy and saying how much can you give this to me if I pay cash and what stuff like that. Yeah.
And then ultimately distracting the guy and running out with something. So,
the old empty guitar case trick.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm a shopper myself.
All right, well, if nobody has anything else, I say we get into a song.
Yep.
The first song we want to play today is Corpulent Warlord. Can you tell us anything about this one before we play it?
It was the first real song that we put together cohesively. That main dominant riff was, definitely the centerpiece in which the rest of the song developed around.
I think it sets the album off great, guys. I think you come right out barn burners. Just from then on, you know what you're in for too.
Yep.
It's I believe in the corporate world, Buke. In the corporate world, it's known as a mission statement.
Very well put. Yes.
All right. Well, here it is.
Here's their mission statement.
Corpulent Warlord. All right, that was our interview with Roundtable from Australia, and that was the song Corpulent Warlord. Stick around to the end of the episode, and we'll play you another song from Roundtable.
Before we get into the news, George, can I make a quick shout out and say thanks to everybody who sent in a list
Sure.
for the website and who took the time. Small list, big.
Yep.
Anybody who retweeted our list, anybody who's continued to tell people about them. If you haven't checked out our list yet, and all of our listeners and artists who've done lists for us on the new redesigned wearemetalheads.com, all our lists are up there.
Yep, check it out.
It stands as proof, too, as the influence that you guys and we guys have on people. My very good friend John, who's in Texas, who used to live here, I don't know if you guys noticed, but his number one band was Wilderun.
Yeah,
that was because of the show. It's a legit thing. John loves metal. John listens closely to metal. So that really stole his soul, and he wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for the show.
That's 3.
That's a hat trick.
That's hat trick for Wilderun. I guess Wilderun's the best album ever made. There we go, John.
Aha! Well, I do. I value his opinion, though, dude. So
I noticed
that's it. I changed my top number one spot for the 2001 to 2015
Yep.
list. It's Wilderun.
Wilderun. Mark it.
That's it.
I
Fuck
saw
the
that.
rest of the list. I'm done.
You're just going to be like, number 1, Wilderun. Number 2, Wilderun. Number 3, Wilderun.
And that's all I'm saying about it.
Yes. But I noticed that Dan from Nine Circles just got on board.
Ah, now you get it, Jay. You're a little,
I got folks.
Is it the time delay that you're not getting that one right away?
Nope, that was the brain thing.
Yeah. Dan from Nine Circles has messaged me a couple times saying, dude, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for not listening to this album sooner.
Yeah.
It's all an amazing album.
Yeah, and it was on a lot of different lists on the the Angry Metal Guy. Is that the name of the site?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, a number because he's got a ton of reviewers there, and it's on a number of lists on there, whether it be 1 or 10. A lot of people have it, so I'm surprised. I'm happy for them that a lot of people are recognizing it.
Yeah. We were starting to get feedback. I don't know if you saw it today, George. Void Asleep.
Yes, I
mentioned
saw that.
You in your top list.
Yep, that's awesome.
And just by the way, since we're speaking about our top list, you guys kind of said, because my number one album of 2015 was Clutch, Psychic Warfare, and everyone's sort of like, I don't really consider them metal. But then didn't a couple of you have the Baroness album on, George?
It was an honorable mention, but none of my honorable mentions were metal.
Okay. Just want to point that out.
Hey,
So
at least you didn't get laughed at.
you don't have to get butthurt about it. Just because
Hey,
I don't consider it metal doesn't mean you can't.
Extremely hurt. It's never felt so good.
George, you may need to send him a butthurt form to fill out.
Anything you guys are thinking about, though, about the lists that you've listened to since then? Because I mentioned it online the past week or so. John had his fucking list to me is the one that I go back and kick myself in the ass for not listening to more.
I mean, I found a couple, couple bands on Neutrino's list that I was like, oh yeah, and I think maybe Galen as well. Actually, I did at least 1 or 2 from Galen's list. I mean, you guys, I kind of knew everything already. I mean, there was a couple on. I think Buke had one that I didn't know, and John probably had 1 or 2 that I know he had. A couple I didn't know.
I kind of took a moratorium. I just overdosed so much at the end. I just had to take a break and just kind of
agree.
Yeah, it's kind of a miracle that we're actually doing this right now, as Buke can attest to. I'm usually so burned out by between end of year lists and holidays that I take January off because I'm like I have to just clear my cleanse my palate, clear my mind, and it's usually like mid-February before I can even do anything because I'm just like,
hey, dude,
I can't agree more.
Yeah. Are you gonna pull? Go ahead. Sorry.
Fuck that. Fuck that. The Abath record comes out here in about a week, so you better get your shit in gear, brother.
Yep. So,
I'm so excited about that record.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Well, I'm going to say the same thing Buke did. Before we get into news, or rather as the first news item, I don't have it on here, but Buke, why don't you talk about this phenomenon going on?
Yes, thank you. There is a phenomenon happening on Twitter right now. And it's good whenever good things happen among metalheads in the metal world. I started seeing a bunch of tweets the past couple of days, and it was using a hashtag. And the hashtag is Metal Bandcamp Gift Club. And I'm thinking, the hell is that? Well, it was started by our friends Jeremiah and Manny O'War over at, they're a bunch of Nine Circles guys. What this is basically, to make a long story short, I interviewed Manny. You're here. It lasts three minutes. People around the world are using this hashtag, posting their Bandcamp usernames, and metalheads around the world are buying up people's wish lists for them. So, really quick, I did an interview with Manny O'War, from one of the Nine Circles guys, about the hashtag Metal Bandcamp Gift Club going on. Here it is. Hello, this is Buke from the Metalheads podcast with a really quick interview I wanted to conduct because something beautiful in the world of metal is happening before my eyes on social media right now, and that is the hashtag Metal Bandcamp Gift Club.
Yeah.
And you may be scratching your head, what the hell is that? Well, I'm joined by Manny O'War of the Nine Circles guys. Manny, you're responsible for this glorious thing. You want to explain what the hell's happening?
Sure. So I have a friend, Jeremiah Nelson. He's just a guy I know from Twitter.
Yep.
He randomly gifted me an album on my anniversary, which happens to be New Year's Eve.
Okay.
So I woke up in 2016 saying that this was going to be a year that I was a lot nicer in general. Great resolution, right? So Jeremiah randomly sent me something off my wish list. I thanked him. We started using a hashtag, encouraging other people to follow people on Bandcamp, and it kind of took off.
Yeah. Why I wanted to get you on real quick. This has, we always try to find what's going to hit on social media. This was a trending hashtag, and it still is.
Yeah, it doesn't happen with metal all the time, does it?
No, not at all. Like it takes somebody dying for it to happen.
Yeah.
So basically, what's happening now? If you want to, a lot of us mentioned it here on the podcast, George, Jay, and all the guys, make a wish list, put it out there on Twitter, and let's make 2016 a good year. Find somebody with a similar hashtag, find their wish list, buy them some metal, and they say pay it forward with an album.
Amen.
Yeah. So
a lot of us have been gifting our friends albums, trying to push a bunch of independent content out there and help everybody get listened to.
Exactly. I just wanted to get you on air, get you on record that you're doing something great. That I can't get behind enough because, with our podcast, with everything you do for writing and everything, we all try and just spread the word of metal around.
Amen.
So, again, follow you on Twitter. Manny, what's your Twitter again?
It is at Manny O'War.
Yes, at Manny O'War. And again, everybody use the hashtag Metal Bandcamp Gift Club. Let's get that around. Let's just share some good metal going around.
Amen.
Manny, thanks for coming on really quick. I told you I'd just take a couple minutes of your time.
No problem.
All right, that was my interview with Manny. Really short and sweet. I think it's something really cool going on right now in the metal world. If you're on Twitter and you see that hashtag, pick somebody at random, buy something for them. Put your stuff out there.
How do you...
Hey, Buke, quick question about it. Is it associated with your birthday? You're supposed to do this on the person's birthday, or?
Nope. It's just use it. You just put
kindness
it out there.
of strangers.
Yeah,
Is
just
it like
a
a pay it forward
And that
thing?
was the cool thing about me. It's just a cool pay it forward. And more importantly, this also became a trending global hashtag topic.
Yeah.
Nothing in the metal world ever hits that fucking big.
Yeah, I remember Greg sent us the hashtag, and I looked at it and I was like, okay, and I plugged in the hashtag to see what it was, and I saw people doing stuff, and I was like, whatever. But I had no idea it was actually somebody that we knew.
Yeah,
so that's kind of cool.
And it's again, I've already received 3 or 4 albums for it today before I came over here. I bought Temple for somebody. I sent Tombs to Jeremiah. Mm-hmm. So it's a great thing going on in the metal world now.
Let's get into some news.
Let's. So the first news is one that we've been speculating about for a while, and we actually sort of confirmed it on a previous episode, but it has now officially been announced that Guns N' Roses is doing a reunion at Coachella. Now, a couple things about this.
It's a money grab.
It is. And it's not even a full reunion. It's Axl, Slash, and Duff.
Fuck it.
And I'm like, wow. Okay, and it's at Coachella.
I had
which
the same response when I heard that. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And you know what's surprising? Eddie Trunk, who has been championing these guys for years. And when Axl was gone in AFK, I could say video game speak, AFK for years, he randomly showed up at Eddie Trunk's studio one day and gave an interview. Eddie Trunk was like, I could fucking care less. It's a money grab. Mm-hmm. Not interested.
Yeah. You know, I mean, Izzy's got to be there. And at the very least, Matt Sorum.
I think especially Izzy, though, because the interplay of those two guitarists on that first record, like I'm one of the guys that kind of get out. I mean, Lies is on the fence for me as a bad record. I mean, the first one is the real deal, and I know other people like a couple of the later ones, but they are also shopping around, George, and I don't think this is a rumor, to do like a 25-day stadium tour in the States, and they put a gross price tag on it from promoters. They're expecting something like $3 million a show.
Yeah, they're only going to do like baseball stadiums.
Exactly.
Which is like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, if you're not going to do the whole band and you're not going to play at a normal venue, fuck you.
Yeah.
AC/DC went or somebody asked me, did I want to go see Metallica because they're playing for the Super Bowl weekend, and no, I don't want to go see them. But they're playing AT&T Park, and I'm just like, fuck, then definitely not.
Yeah.
And tickets were like $400, but which, by the way, tickets will be outrageous for these baseball shows. Count on it.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
You're not even guaranteed Axl's going to walk on stage.
Exactly.
Yeah. I saw that he was supposed to be on Jimmy Kimmel.
Canceled.
And canceled at the last minute.
It sounds a lot like when Van Halen got back together with David Lee Roth, but not with Michael Anthony, with Wolfgang, and then they had to cancel it because no one could get along anymore.
Yeah.
It's a good point. So you guys saying in this podcast in a couple of years, it's like, I'll fucking come on. John better not be there. Jay better not. I don't want to fucking see Jay. I'll hear him, but I don't want to fucking see him.
That's right.
We're taking different tour buses.
Before we go on to the next topic, John, what are you guys drinking now? I saw you grab another brew.
Oh, we're on our third beer.
Yeah, okay. What have you guys had so far, since, we do have listeners who want to know what we're drinking?
Okay, so the first one was Love Buzz by Anchorage Brewing.
It's Nirvana.
It's in the book.
It's in the Bible.
In the Bible.
That was a
Real
Love
Truth
Gun
Guide to Extreme Beers. And then we had Big Hugs from Half Acre.
Which is in Chicago.
Just trying to get George and I to be happy to one another. Love.
Yeah, Love Buzz and Big Hugs.
Yeah, Love Buzz and Big Hugs.
Dude, if somebody takes their shirt off, we're going to have to close that video down.
Yep.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Okay.
I showed some boob.
And then what's the third one we're having?
So Love Buzz was like a sour saison. Big Hugs is a Russian Imperial Stout, I think, with coffee in it.
I think so, yes.
And then now we are drinking La Roja by Jolly Pumpkin, which I think is in Michigan.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a sour amber.
Have you had that, like,
all three of these beers are in the Bible. So John and I have been waiting to get together to share these beers.
Yes.
And we were also waiting for Jen, John's life partner, I guess, who's standing right over there playing with the cat and waving to us as we speak.
Yes.
Because she helped acquire some of these beers when she on her travel. So
yes,
we had to wait till the three of us got together to drink some of these. And then we have a couple other interesting ones for later.
So,
maybe an open stout.
Can you talk about something I saw on Facebook yesterday? A quick side note that was another really positive for a sad situation. You took part in looked like a huge collaboration brew to benefit one of your owners' wives.
Yeah. So down here in Northern Virginia, our brewery Fairwinds is in Lorton, Virginia, and about literally a mile away is Forge Brew Works, and the two owners of Forge Brew Works is Matt and Curry Rose. Curry just was diagnosed a few months ago with stage 4 stomach cancer and was pregnant after trying to get pregnant for years. She finally got pregnant and then was suddenly diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer. So she had to give early delivery to their son Lance, who was in the ICU for a long time, but is now a healthy baby boy. And I held that kid for a long time yesterday. So all the brewers, about literally 20 breweries in Northern Virginia, all converged on our brewery on Thursday. So on the January 7th, to do a collaboration brew called Curie's Cure, and all the money is going to, so all the beer that we brew at our brewery, Fairwinds, is going to be distributed to all the 20 participating breweries, and then every proceed from all the sales of all that beer is going back to help out with medical bills, to help Curry get better from stage 4 stomach cancer. So it was such a great cause, because Curry is one of the nicest human beings in the world. I love her. Her husband Matt is a great dude. He's been a friend of mine forever. You know, he helps us out. We help him out as brewers. And there was probably 60 different brewers in that building yesterday. Just basically doing the collaboration. We actually brewed the beer, collaboration beer, but just the camaraderie and everyone there to support Curry. And we may have possibly made or broke a Guinness Book of World Records for the most breweries involved in a collaboration brew on the same day who physically showed up.
Cool, dude.
Try and get that unfucking tap badge, asshole. Try and get it.
Yeah. What kind of beer is it, Will? What kind of beer is it?
It's a Belgian Pale Ale. So it was designed... So the recipe was pretty much designed for the most part by the head brewer at our brewery, Charlie, and then Matt, Matt Rose, who's Curry's husband. And Matt's brewery, Forge Brew Works in Lorton, is very much a Belgian focused brewery.
Kickstarter backer for them.
And there is so if anyone is listening, there's a GoFundMe.
Yes, that's another reason why I wanted to get this out.
Yeah,
there is a GoFundMe page.
I think it's GoFundMe Daywalker is the name of the GoFundMe site to give money. And I say this with wholehearted. She is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met in my life. Just such a classy woman, and just gave birth to an absolutely beautiful little baby boy.
How's she doing?
He's healthy. What's that?
How's she doing, Will?
She, as we speak, she's in the intensive care unit.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. So
fingers crossed.
Horns up to Curry. Go to the GoFundMe site.
And I think it's the 29th, right? It comes out? Or?
Yeah, so the beer comes out in Northern Virginia on the 29th of January. So you can go to any of the breweries, and you have to pretty much go on the 29th, because we're assuming that each brewery gets either 2 or 3 kegs of the beer, and it's going to be gone in a couple hours, as it should be.
Yeah, so anybody here in the DC area, go out and get that. I know this is a heavy metal podcast, but we are humans, and we all, we got.
Well, if you want a heavy metal connection to it, we did play a lot of yesterday. We did play a lot of Motorhead. There was actually requests for Motorheads, and I swear to God, half the brewers in this area love metal. It's so great.
And you guys all look the fucking same, too.
It's like chocolate and peanut butter, man. It just goes together.
Except for Will. He's the one who didn't have a beard.
Yeah, I don't have a beard. I'm not super robust, and my hair is short. But we play a lot of Motorhead. We played some King Giant yesterday. We played some Graveyard, because one of the brewers is a huge Graveyard fan, aside from me. So we did play metal while we were brewing the beer yesterday.
Cool.
There's your heavy metal connection.
All right.
No, don't worry. Well, I wanted to mention it more importantly because you're part of this pod. I thought it was something cool that you did.
That's
Definitely
the heavy metal connection.
That's the heavy metal connection, that you're part of this. So,
well, knock on wood, and we'll all be certainly thinking good thoughts for this very nice sounding woman, man. So it was cool that you got involved in that.
Let's bang out the rest of this news, because we got us some lists to be doing. So first off, Borknagar released a video for the title track of their new album Winter Thrice. And it's a pretty cool video. And this song is the first time that they've brought together all 4 singers of Borknagar in one song. And it's pretty fucking cool. I mean, they brought back the original singer Garm, and they've got ICS Vortex, who's one of the current main singers, and Vintersorg, another of the main singers. And then there's another guy that I don't know who he is. He's just like one of the other guys that sings in the band. And but it's pretty fucking cool. And
I'm sorry, George. I'm laughing my ass
I know. I'm sitting here watching you, going, "What is his deal?"
I'm the straight man on this one.
I knew this news was coming up, and I checked it out. It's a black metal band. I've never heard it pronounced before. When you said Borknagar, the first thing I thought of is so is that like a variation of a Dirty Sanchez? What is a
he gave him the old Borknagar.
Hey, so I was hanging out with my wife last night, gave me the old Borknogger.
This is Swedish chef, the Borknagar.
Borknogger. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, if it's Borknagar or Borknagar or who knows.
I
Only
would
they
probably
know.
say Borknagar, but Borknogger. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, I've heard it all different ways. I have no idea what the correct pronunciation is. But anyway, you should give it a listen. It's pretty cool.
A good
Yeah,
record.
I'm
too.
excited for the album.
Yeah,
It's a really good record, actually. George and I have you listened to the whole record, George?
I have.
Yeah. It's sort of Amorphous meets Arcturus meets, maybe a little enslaved in there. It's a good record, dude. Like I like it quite a bit. When I listened to it, I turned right around and put it back on again.
Yeah, I mean, ICS Vortex from Arcturus is the singer, so.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
thought it was all right. I didn't give it enough time, but yeah, it's cool.
Why can nobody say from Dimmu? Am I the only one who associates him with Dimmu?
He was the bass player in Dimmu,
Yeah.
though.
Am I the only one who associates him?
No, that was one of my original places that I knew him. I think I knew him from Borknagar first. But
I'm going to crack up every time you say that.
Borknagar. All right.
You don't want to know what a Borknagar means, there, Will.
I don't know,
There
but
you
I'm
go.
pretty sure you two
Will,
are doing it under the
you're-
table right now.
You know what you have to do now when you go to work the next day. You know how you always do brood listening to.
Yeah.
That's it, brood listening to
Borknogger.
Borknagar.
Just put a little smiley face right next to it.
All right, moving on. Voivod is releasing a new EP on February 26th called Post Society. I'm kind of bummed it's only an EP, but I'll take it.
I like new era Voivod myself.
I like all era
Are these still
Voivod.
piggy riffs, or are they done with those?
No, they're
We're
done
done
with that.
with those.
They've
They're
got
done.
a new guy who's doing his own thing, which
Okay.
But
his
he,
own
but
thing
he,
is
he
very.
pulls off a good.
Is Jason
he does
Newsted
a-
still with him?
No.
No, I know he's not.
He does a good piggy though, John.
He does.
I mean,
Cool.
Yeah, like he's not. I mean, it's the way John Morse sounds like the way John Morse writes in the style of Richie Blackmore. It's like that. It's a legitimate nod in the right direction.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, now I know Buke will like this one. The Flesh God Apocalypse is also streaming a new song called The Fool from their forthcoming album King, which, goddamn, this album is fucking amazing. I don't know if anybody else here has listened to it yet, but, Buke asked me to snag the promo if we got it, so I threw it in there. And this is the band's fourth album.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking up, actually.
And, I was a fan of their first album. I don't remember the name of it now. And their second album, Agony. And I was like, yeah, I liked it because it was really brutal death metal.
Very.
Not in like the brutal violent sense, but just like punishing metal, but also very clean and technical. So it wasn't just noise.
Yep.
And so that was they were my go-to band for like fucking pissed off driving music for a while. But then after Agony,
Labyrinth.
I stopped listening to them, not because of anything they did. My tastes just sort of changed that I'm not really into, plain old death metal anymore. And so when Labyrinth came out, I didn't listen to it. And I have since corrected that because I was curious because the new album King is so different than what I know them.
Tell me about what you told me yesterday, the one track.
I will. I'll get to that. Before they were just, like blast beats and just, it was just fucking heavy death metal. And so I went back and I listened to Labyrinth, and there is actually a transition from Agony to King. On Labyrinth, they started adding like some like epic keyboards, sort of orchestral kind of stuff. And I was like, all right. And there were like some female vocals on there. And I was like, all right. It still wasn't what I would call really my thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Definitely a little different than Agony. But King, oh my God. It's like somebody took technical death metal and mashed it together with symphonic black metal and opera.
It almost has a weird, and I haven't downloaded the record. I only listened to this song. I didn't realize it was in the box, but it's almost got a little, and take this with a grain of salt, like palpable sense of humor to it, like an Arcturus record. It's minor, but it's there and it works. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't mean it's not parody by any strange sense.
Are these guys? They're from Italy.
Italy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I have the Agony record. I
What
like
you talking
Flesh
about?
Apocalypse, and I listened to the new song, The Fool. I liked it, but it's a slight departure from. I think the last thing I listened to was the Agony.
Yeah.
So it's definitely different.
It's different.
I threw it on not expecting to get through it. And I was like, oh, there's like this orchestral thing going on in the background that gives it this really big sound. I'm like, well, I like that. And then there was clean vocals, like clean male vocals. And I was like, wait, am I on the right album? I was like, Flesh God Apocalypse doesn't have clean vocals.
You have that moment listening to something, you're like, what?
Yeah.
Am I in the right place?
And so,
am I supposed to be here? Is a Borknagar supposed to be happening now?
wait, who does it? Do I do it? Do you do it?
I feel like Borknagar could be a running joke now.
Exactly.
And
John's done a couple Borknagars back in his day.
And then,
Goddamn right I did.
You got that.
and then I continue listening to the album, and there is a whole track. It is an opera track, straight up opera. There is piano and a woman opera singer. She's just singing. I think she's singing in German.
How long is it?
Let me ask you this. Is that a good thing?
It's an interesting thing.
Wait, an opera singer from Italy singing in German?
It sounded like German. I could be wrong. I don't know either language, but
which is when you think about an opera, I always think of Italy for whatever reasons. I don't know why.
Yeah, you would think it would be in Italian. It sounded German to me though, based on the title.
Maybe she was speaking Borknagar.
I'm sorry. What John just said is hilarious. It probably was Italian.
No, I don't think so.
No, not necessarily, dude. You know,
Was it the Sabelflöte, the magic flute?
It reminds me of the scene in Amadeus, if you've ever seen that movie, where they argue about which language to set operas in.
No, I know. I was just
The track is called Paramour, and then in parentheses, it's Die Leidenschaft bringt Leiden. So that sounds German to me.
That sounds German to me.
That's as Italian as it gets, George.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait for a second.
The Leidenschaft.
Jay, is this that band that George was turning us on to last year, towards the end of the year?
The ultra class.
Stellar
Is this
Master
the Stellar
Elite?
Master Elite? Yes. Is this more your propaganda music, George?
You have figured me out.
All he did was change the image in the box. He just swapped it out.
That's exactly what this is. George, can you please just let that message die? We're not going to
let it die.
What's that band called? Like Supreme Master Elite or something?
Supreme Master Elite.
That is the
What the
song.
Wow Wow World of Sports was coming out of your phone just now?
I'm telling you, man. German opera.
German. But the thing is, German's not a pretty language for opera, though.
No, but it's
makes
metal.
it metal. That's what makes it metal. Yeah.
So yeah, all I'm saying is that like right now, okay, I've only heard like 2 or 3 albums from this year, but right now that's number 1.
You heard it here. Album of the year.
Yeah, that's right now. That's my album of the year in January, the first week of January, because this album blows my mind. It is so good.
It does stand to reason.
The first phrase blows.
It does stand to reason that the first record you hear in 2016 is indeed your number 1 record of the year.
Yes.
If only for a limited time.
Yep. All right, moving on. A man in Madison, Wisconsin, was arrested when he threw a beer bottle at a bartender who changed Black Sabbath music over to Christmas music. I like this guy.
I was born in Madison.
Yeah, in front of yours.
Hometown. Yeah. No, but they do like their beer there.
When did you get out of jail after being arrested?
Yeah, when did you get out of jail, Jay? What are you doing here?
That's right.
And Abbott is also streaming a new song from his album. This one's called Ashes of the Damned. I know Jay's heard it.
Get on board, man. I'm telling you, not you, George, because I know you've heard it too. But everything I've heard off this record I've liked so far, including, by the way, I forgot to mention that if you get a chance, you should seek out his cover of Judas Priest's Riding on the Wind, which is on the B-side of one of these advanced singles that came out. And it is fucking great.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
All right. Megadeth is also streaming a new track, the title track from Dystopia. We've been going back and forth on this. Did anybody else listen to it?
I did. I
officially
pre-ordered Megadeth on almost a dare.
Really?
No, don't make that up. I'm telling you what, I will buy this album for Chris Adler alone. No dare needed.
Yeah, I don't.
What do you say, Jay?
I don't think you need
I'm
to.
in no hurry. Did you hear the song before or after you pre-ordered, Will?
Well, you pre-order it, and then they kind of like this last Slayer album. They every few months they drop a new or every few weeks they drop a new track, which I hate in a way because by the time you hear the album, you're already tired of those tracks, and when you try to listen to the whole album as a whole, you're like, skip, and it kind of ruins the album experience in a way.
Yeah.
But yes, I did listen to the Dystopia song several times, and I found it like it was boring song that I think they just phoned it in. Just seems like there's no riffs in it. It was just the other two songs they released were much better than this one, which is not saying a whole lot. This song was not interesting to me at all. It just sounded like they were phoning it in.
Wow,
and
the drumming, piss all over my dreams. I was about to say how I thought this was the awesome song that made the album. Nah, I wasn't, actually.
Yeah.
But
actually, George, while we're on this, first of all, I'm not interested in the new Megadeth at all based on everything I've heard.
Last bit of news, Slash is going to be featured on the first episode of Sam Dunn's Metal Journeys on Banger TV. Apparently, Sam Dunn, who is like my favorite metal filmmaker, possibly the only metal filmmaker.
I was going to say, he's in the only one.
I really love everything he does. And he's basically going to be doing different areas around the world. He's going to be traveling around the world and talking to different people about like metal in different areas. And the first episode is LA and it's Slash. I'm like, all right, I'll definitely check it out. I'm assuming that this is not on VH1, that this is like maybe on their YouTube channel on Banger TV. I'm not exactly sure.
It's actually out, George, unless it was just a condensed version. I watched it, and I was under the impression it was the full episode, and they're not terribly long.
Okay.
And basically, he interviews him at this haunted house that Slash helped design at Universal Studios.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll leave it at that. But you know what? I mean, Slash is just kind of an interesting guy to listen to anyway. I think he's a pretty down-to-earth, pretty nice guy.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting interview. I mean, it really is just an interview where maybe you talk a little bit more about. I'm trying to think of. I mean, it's a little more laid back and a little more like. It just felt like a nice little honest interview to me.
Yeah.
It's online. It's online. You can watch it online. And I apologize because I'm not entirely sure if this was supposed to be a teaser clip or if it was the whole episode. But I'm pretty sure it was the whole episode because it starts with Sam Dunn saying, "This is our first episode of blah blah blah." So.
All right, well, check it out. I'm going to.
Yeah, it's worth watching. I enjoyed it.
So some new releases coming out. The first one is Baroness is Purple. Just hitting that because it came out after our last episode. Check that out. I like it.
I like it.
It's pretty good.
Continues their. They've been getting better with every album.
Yeah,
they've been getting more poppy with every album.
They have. No,
yeah, certainly.
They really have.
But it's still kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's too bad Buke doesn't like Doom anymore. He's kind of gotten off the Doom train because there's a new Mourning Beloved album called Rust and Bone. Just came out the first week of January, and I picked that up. It's kind of curious because there's some clean vocals, which I don't recall there being before.
I'll add it to Spotify.
But it's still, it's still heavy and got harsh vocals and stuff. There's like some acoustic guitar interludes. So, check it out. Then there's The Lion's Daughter and Existence is Horror. Buke brought this one to my attention the other day. I've only listened to one song so far. The album just came out yesterday. It's kind of a sludgy black metal kind of thing, produced by the guy who produced the Tombs record.
Yep.
There's also a new EP from Aborted coming out called Termination Redux. I haven't heard anything off that yet. The new Witchcraft album, Nucleus, is also dropping at the end of next week.
I listened to it, and it's the record of theirs that I have liked the most in a while. It's actually really good, and they are introducing a little flute in this. It's like a scary Jethro Tull record.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
It's a slightly more modern. They've engaged slightly more modern amplifiers, but not so that they've lost their retro thing. It's good. This will be a record that is going to probably spend with me for a while.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's good. You're going to like it a lot. You're going to like it a lot. Yeah.
It's called Rust and Bone. May not be on there yet. And the last new release, I haven't heard this yet because it's not actually releasing until the Friday, but that'll be before this comes out, is the Lycus album, Chasms. And I believe their last album was called Tempest, and I really like that a lot. It's kind of funeral doomy and good stuff. So
yeah, cool. I checked it out. I guess the pre-order or whatever you can listen to, and it's very much like atmospheric funeral doom.
Yeah, I remember liking the last one a lot, so I've got it on my Bandcamp wish list. All right, so what we're going to do here is normally we'd get into our top list, but we're going to flip that around now so we can do that last. So, gentlemen, what are you listening to? Start with you, John.
You want me to go? You know, since Buke gave us this albatross of a list, which it started out so easy and became unbelievably hard at the end. So it's just a boatload of albums, but just some ones that stood out. There's this new one I found from a band in Canada called Blackwood Exodus. It's an instrumental. It's a short one, only about 30-some minutes.
Yep.
You know, there's a boatload of post-rock and post-metal bands doing instrumental stuff. This is more kind of just hard rock and metal. I dug that. One that I dug out I haven't listened to in a while, and I know this will make George happy, is Monotheist from Celtic Frost.
Get that right.
Is just a fucking badass album.
It is.
And then I actually got an album on this new campaign, Buke, that you've been talking about, and I'm going to mess this name up, so I'm going to Bukeize it here in a second. But it's Messardum, I think is the name.
I think it's called
What are you, stupid? It's
Yeah.
No, I'm just.
Yes, I'm very stupid. I got that from our friend in Nova Scotia, and I'm drawing a blank. Greg.
Yeah.
He sent it to me.
How awesome is that? That's awesome.
And it's
He's in Fredericton.
Yes, it is. I didn't expect it to come. It was very cool, and I thank him for that. And then just a bunch of other shit that we'll talk about in our top list. You know, so I'll leave it at that, and I won't say any more.
All right. Will? Inside joke. Inside joke.
What am I listening to? Since I think I'm the only person on the year-end list who did not list Alkaloid. I've been trying to listen to Alkaloid a lot lately.
Cool.
And I like it. It would never make my year-end list at this point.
It can't.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's 26-16. Yes, sorry. That was signed, sealed, and
He's
shipped.
a man of his word. I'll listen to a bunch of records that'll never be on my 2015 list.
Yeah, cattle decapitation won't make mine.
No, there's no way. You can't do it.
What else you got?
Obviously, at the brewery, I've been listening to a metric fuck ton of Motorhead. I have been listening to the new Roundtable that we're featuring here on this podcast. Interestingly enough, I made friends with the former drummer of Black Dahlia Murder recently and had dinner with them. And I've never really been, not like I dislike Black Dahlia Murder, I just never really listened to him or gave him a chance.
Because you don't talk
And
to
I thought
me.
it was interesting because this guy used to be in All That Remains, Black Dahlia Murder, and Battlecross. And I love Battlecross. All That Remains, I could take it or leave it, mostly leave it. I was like, and I saw Black Dahlia Murder in concert one time. I was like, man, they really smoked it. Like, huh? Smoked it, huh?
Yeah, that wasn't me that said that.
It's a Johnism.
Yeah, Johnism.
Exactly.
And so I started listening to Black Dahlia Murder a lot more. And I was like, yeah, why did I not like this earlier? And then what's really interesting is, so after I got pressured by Buke to get on the Spotify, which I'm so glad I did now, I went back for some reason. We were at the brewery the other day, and I put on Twisted Sister Stay Hungry.
Hell yeah.
Good man.
And I will say, and I loved that album when I think I was 13. I was like 7th or 8th grade. I was like 13 or 14.
Yep.
And I was obsessed with that album. The picture of Dee Snider with in a weird hair, or like in a prison cell with a big bone in his mouth or something like that. It's weird because it's actually like a harder album than I remember. It's a heavier album than I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a
One of
heavier
the-
band than anybody remembers. They're
one
a
of
super
these-
heavy band.
Yeah.
Sorry. One of these Halloweens, I am going to get a wig, and I am going to be Dee Snider for Halloween, because he's my hero.
Just a plus size Dee Snider.
Well, we'll see.
You saw
maybe.
him pull off Tom Warrior last year.
Hell yeah, man. I made a Dee
That's what I've
Snider
been
pumpkin
listening.
one year when I was in
But
high school.
George, but be careful with that wig, because you could also turn out to be Bette Midler, dude.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying, choose carefully.
Need I more inspiration to get in shape this year?
You're the wing beneath my wings.
That's right. Oh, Bette Midler, that's a killer, dude.
Because,
No,
like,
Snyder
as
did it.
George's wife quickly pointed out, when he did do Tom Warrior last year, he did look like the old lady from the Goonies.
Yep. Well, I posted that picture on
beautiful.
Facebook.
That was so
The
good.
Tom Warrior plus old lady from Goonies equals me.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, Will, you got any more? Or are we moving on to?
But much respect for Stay Hungry. Well, that's a heavy. Burning Hell is on there. Captain Howdy. That's a heavy fucking record, dude.
Yeah, man. SMF, The Beast.
Good record. I am listening to. I'll list mine pretty quick here. Bork Nagar. That's a good record. into that. The Witchcraft, I've spun a couple, enjoying that. Not unlike John, a bunch of stuff that's on my list, so I probably better stay quiet on that. I can't get that Arcturus out of my MP3 player, so that's still rolling. And like everybody else, rolling a lot of Motorhead. Kind of, I would almost say every other record is a Motorhead record. Dying off a little bit now, but ever since Lemmy died, that's been going in a lot. So
Yeah.
Buke.
1 second. I'm going to not try and butcher the spelling of this because this would be wrong for my friend.
The pronunciation will be horrible.
Again, I wanted to bow and go on record again and say, John, I bow to you for 2015. Your list was on fire, good sir. John's number 3 pick, which I've been listening to a lot, Amensus, however you say it. Their album Ascension, right up my fucking alley, 100%.
I absolutely love that album.
John, that album's amazing, but I didn't expect much. I thought it was a little, middle of the road, and then those clean vocals hit right there, like a minute into it, changed me on the whole album.
Yeah, it's a great album.
Totally amazing album. Forgive me, there was another one that I mentioned to you earlier in the week. Us texting back and forth. I'm drawing a blank on what it is right now.
You were talking about Intervals.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Another great one. And I'm going to go on record again. I'm going to go on record for the first time and say I'm now excited for Maryland Death Fest.
That's right.
Because I have made a playlist and I've been going through listening to some of the bands we will be seeing at the Edison lot. And I'm listening to a little Hellbringer, their Dominion of Darkness album.
Destroyer 666.
Destroyer 666. A little. I posted this on Instagram when my friend Sasha from Australia turned me on. Demonical.
I told you about those guys.
Death Infernal.
Yeah, I like Demonical quite a bit. I think I have their first 2 album or the first album.
Yeah,
they're great. I love
classic death metal.
No, it's good stuff.
Yeah. And had you pronounced that?
Atrophy.
Hey, Buke, I have a question.
Trophy.
I don't think the Atrophy that you post is the same Atrophy from the 80s, 90s. I think it's a different band.
Oh.
Well,
then this is who I've been listening to.
Well, they're great.
These guys are great.
Whoever
they are.
But I don't
Whoever these fucking guys are.
Nature,
this is their self-titled. Is the band from the 80s and 90s the one that's going to be on Death Fest?
Don't know.
I don't think so because I saw it was a Twitter or whatever or Facebook Messenger post and I looked it up and I don't think that's the same band.
Okay. And one more I wanted to call out. Probably I'm most excited for that I found recently. Wombath.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, F you. I told you about Wombath
I know.
a long time ago.
I
They sound like Opeth.
They do. I know.
At least now we can stop listening to
ago.
him talk about how much he's not going to enjoy being at Death Fest.
But now I can finally enjoy being at Death Fest.
That's
okay?
right.
Sounds like Will's getting a Borgnogger from...
Yeah.
I the Borgnogger me.
Yeah, you're going to fucking Borgnogger me like that.
Are you Borgnoggering, or are you just happy to see me?
Hey,
okay.
Buke, have you listened to Ode to Sun at all?
Yeah,
since Couple of Us?
He's not digging it just yet.
I'm not digging it just yet.
You know what? And I want to get along with that with Buke. It's not striking me the way it does the rest of you guys.
It's weird because the first was really cool, but the thing I like about Opeth, and when I say about Opeth, they hit so many different genres. These guys, when they bounce from style to style, it seems to be so extreme.
This is way more work. I agree with you on that. You got to put a lot of time in to get what you're going.
Like I like the first track, John, but then the second track on their most recent album is it goes from left field all the way to right field, and it's
talk about Machine Horizon, the second song.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hey, you gave it a spin. That's all.
But you know what? I'm not nixing it. I'm not Borgnoggering it yet. I'm just.
I'm going to tell you something right now, man. All 5 of us better have Borgnogger on our final 25 for 2016, and it better be one.
I will learn to love black metal because that will be my number 1.
Okay, George, what do you got, buddy?
All right. First one is one we already mentioned, is the new Mourning Beloved, Rust and Bone. Second one is one that I think Buke would like. As part of my palate cleansing, I picked these guys up on Bandcamp about a week ago. It's a band called Terminus and the Reaper's Spiral. And it's kind of a traditional metal with like a little bit of power metal. Like the vocals are clean, but they're not like operatic power metal. So that's why I consider it more like traditional. It's just kind of a cool album. Next is a band called A Swarm of the Sun and their album The Rifts, which is a lot of instrumental stuff. There are vocals, but it's kind of proggy, but I really don't know what else we'd call it. It's heavy, but it's got a lot of instrumental cool shit going on.
Sounds like I need to check it out.
I was thinking it was something that you would like. Yeah,
Cool.
Hey George, is that RIFT or RIFF?
Rifts, as in with a T.
Okay.
The Rifts. And last one is the new album from Turbid North, Eyes Alive.
Ooh, I like those guys. I have their previous album. I didn't know they had a new one out.
Yep, just came out like sometime last month, I think, or actually,
Cool, thank you.
Might have been September, but yeah, it's the last couple of months, and yeah, it's good stuff. So check that out. All right, let's move on to our classic album. John.
Oh, I'm pulling one from the 70s.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's old.
That's-
But I think we all accept it as hard rock and metal, and it's Rainbow's Long Live Rock and Roll.
Hell
I
yeah.
absolutely love it.
I
Feel
held
the
my
kick.
breath for a second. I was hoping
Yeah.
Rising was coming.
What were you hoping for?
I was hoping for Rising.
Yo,
Rainbow
I love
Rising.
them both. It's
Yeah.
just that's the one that happened to fall in the player for the week.
a good one.
I was listening to Rising a couple weeks ago and just loving it. So
Scott
got-
Dio, can't complain.
Have I ever told you who the greatest frontman is? And no, I'm just fucking with you.
That would be
I was
filling
gonna,
some.
because I was gonna roll into. Have I ever told you how good Rising is of an album?
yeah, I love. They're both awesome.
Yeah,
But
they're
that's
both-
got Kill the King on it. It's got Gates
Yep.
of Babylon, which is such a good fucking song.
the
Gates of
drums
Babylon.
on that track alone, Jay, are just amazing.
So good, dude.
Dozy Pal.
What's your classic, Will?
I've been listening to a lot of the Black Sabbath. So we talking about classic Black Sabbath Mob Rules, actually.
Yes.
More
With
Dio.
Dio on it.
Fuck
And
yeah.
I have to credit Ariel Lopez, who's a local guy, who comes every concert I've ever been to, and every metal
Yeah.
show or heavy metal night that I host at a brewery. He's always there. He's a good
I've
friend of
seen
mine.
him.
He's a phenomenal dude. And every time we have a heavy metal night, he requests Mob Rules in total. So I've been listening to a
Sign of the
lot
Southern
of
Cross.
that a lot lately, and it's
a great album.
It's a phenomenal album. Love it.
Hell yeah.
I
Here's
think we
to
all.
you, Ariel.
I've got an
I know.
autographed copy of the vinyl hanging in the bar.
I don't think any of us would say that that's a bad.
Who
pick.
autographed it? Buke or?
Yeah.
All of them.
The lady at the store.
Hey Buke, how many of us can actually say to remember when it came out in the store for the first time?
One of us
wasn't even
I
born
can.
then.
I
Yeah,
remember
and was
well.
actually at that tour.
Yep.
No, I didn't go to the tour, but I remember, and I know it has one of our mutual favorite Dio songs on it, which is "Sign of the Southern Cross."
Yes,
heavy.
which
Awesome.
you mentioned we should name a beer after, which
Yes.
is a possibility.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was exactly
fucking-
why, Will. I was listening to that record, and I was like, God, there needs to be a beer called this.
Yeah.
So, cool. I'm glad you remember
And
that.
a lot of the old Ancient Mariners, another song.
There we go.
They use the stars to navigate, which
Yeah.
is nautical, which means the brewery I work at can possibly use it as a
And,
name.
and this is Sabbath and not Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
That's right. Yeah.
What do you got, Jay?
I got to honor Lemmy, and I went post Ace of Spades, which everybody loved, and then they kind of took a mild step down, stripped down the production, and made a record a lot of people kind of don't talk about, which is Iron Fist. Iron Fist is a great fucking record.
Jay, I just listened to that the other night. Fucking great record.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Don't Need Religion is on there. Don't Let Them Grind You Down. There's like so many good songs on there.
Last tune, Remember I'm Gone. Is on
And that's right, and it's the
There's
last.
another one.
It's the last original 3 record too. So with the Fast Eddie,
How scary is that? That Fast Eddie's the last one left of those 3.
we're gonna have to just start calling him Eddie. I guess
Or
he wasn't
Slow
that
Eddie.
We're gonna have to start playing. We're gonna have to start playing Fastway pretty soon.
fast. I got the reissue of this on vinyl about maybe 2 months ago, and it's one of those. They did some really nice Motorhead remaster vinyl stuff in it. So
I got that too.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Buke.
Yep, going back listening to my classic death metal was turned back onto an album I found years ago when I first found Bloodbath. This is the album Cursed by Morgoth. Mm-hmm. Just a classic German death metal album. It has a really Swedish death metal sound. Has a little American obituary in the vocals a little bit.
Which is a good thing.
Well, that's
know you
neither
don't
here
like
nor
that.
there. But it's really, really cool album. The first track, Cursed, into Body Count. I love the opening of this album.
Right on. My classic is taking us back to 1985. This is one of the early metal blade bands that I got into. This is Tyrant and Legions of the Dead.
I remember it. I had it.
Yeah.
John, I told John, was that good or bad? I heard a little whimper.
No. Anytime we go back that far, it's good.
Okay.
I was expecting.
He was thinking about his girlfriend in the fourth grade.
Yeah. John was like,
that'd be like when he was a senior in high school.
Yeah, let's amp that up a little further.
I was expecting crickets
but
on
I'm
that
saying,
one.
John, your girlfriend was in the fourth
no, that's
grade.
when John was getting John was getting his master's then.
Not in fourth grade, she was in sixth.
He's honest.
Bastard.
All right. Has anybody got any vinyl purchases?
I do.
Oh, yeah. Mine are old ones, but the last ones I got, real quick. Got Elegy from Amorphous. Sabotage from Sabbath, I guess, finally came out in the new, 200 gram or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just giving more money to Sharon Osbourne, bitch. Buke's favorite band. Got a 2 from Dream Theater, Images and Words, and Live at the Marquee. Which Buke, for the record, they are the early 90s stuff.
Yep,
So
yep.
That stuff I still like a lot. And obviously the big one for me was the Opeth, Deliverance and Damnation. I got everything on that, all versions of it. So that's it.
Bad boy.
Well, or you don't have any.
Me, did you have anything, Will?
Well, yes and no. I don't have any vinyl purchases because I don't have a record player because I have 2 kids who would destroy it. My son can literally destroy a DVD.
Good man.
Just imagine what he would do to a record.
Sure.
So I do have some digital purchases.
Let it rock.
I did buy the Roundtable recently, Dead Marches Under the Bloodied Regalia. I did pre-order the Megadeth and Anthrax. The Megadeth, I almost, like I said earlier, I think I did it on a dare, just like, because the last one was so horrific.
Just cancel that credit card.
I know. But literally just hours ago, I was scrolling through iTunes new releases, and I got about a third of the way through it, and I just saw the name of this band called Pile of Priests. I'm like, I need to check this out.
I think I sent them to you on Spotify.
You did.
Send it to me on Spotify?
Yes.
It's to all of us, I
I
think.
think it to everybody.
Yeah, he said
Okay,
that.
You probably didn't missed it in the ongoing stream of posts going through there.
It's okay. You have kids. You're not really
Was it
plugged
sent
into
on
social media.
Spotify, or was it spent on the
Okay, probably was on
Facebook Messenger?
Whenever
post?
I have music from now on for you, Will, I would directly send it to you on Spotify.
Just send it to me. Like, call me. How about just call me?
Okay. Yeah. I love hearing
Call
your
me,
sweet
maybe.
voice. Yep.
Yes. But Pile of Priests have it's a void of enlightenment. It's not the most well-produced thing, but it's good death metal that I listened to the entire way driving over John's house for 20 minutes, and I'm really digging it. I like it. Cool.
Right on. Jay.
I had a record store in Tucson, and it used to be the most amazing record store. They closed for a few years. I was there for the holidays. Amazing salmon, and long story short, they reopened, and not the amazing place it used to be, but I did get a bunch of what we'll call classic rock, metal stuff, all original releases, so I'll just list them fast. I got the first Michael Schenker Group album. I got Unleashed in the East, which I didn't have. I got the first Rainbow record, which I didn't have. Perfect Strangers. Deep Purple Made in Europe, which is a really good Coverdale era live record. I got Saxon Strong Arm of the Law. UFO, this was the ones I was most happy about. I got No Heavy Pettin' Enforce It. I got Thin Lizzy's Bad Reputation, and I got Van Halen Diver Down. Only other Van Halen record I really like other than Fair Warning. So, and that was like $40, by the way, for all those records.
Nice.
Yeah, big score.
Wow.
Yeah, nice
Is that
score.
a yard sale or something?
No, it's called PDQ Records in Tucson, and they were all like, $4 to $6. Most of the covers were in pretty rough shape, but all the vinyl was pristine. So
Nice.
good. Yeah, it was a nice little package to carry home under my arm on the plane. Buke.
Hold on, I'm pulling up my collection right here.
Also, and the vinyl copy of Swallow the Sun showed up, so I've got that too. And that alone is like 47
14.
records.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's a lot of vinyl.
Like how many literally physical records is it?
It's 5.
Is it really?
5 records, yeah.
That was
3 albums on 5 records.
3 albums on 5 records, yeah.
That was
Wow.
3 UPS deliveries.
2 of the records are on, yeah. 2 of the records are on 2 vinyls, and one of the albums fits on 1 single vinyl. And it also came with the CDs and stuff. Nice packaging, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Shipping and handling, 75, 25.
I don't remember what it was, George. Do you remember? I think it was $60 or something.
I don't remember.
Wow, $60 for shipping and handling?
Oh no! I mean the record
Total?
itself, but I mean you ordered it, George, didn't you?
Yeah, it actually came from outer space, Will.
Came for the space station.
There won't be a lot of records coming out for a couple months because they used all the vinyl. So
No more final left
That's-
on planet Earth.
it's a shame.
Buke, you got anything?
Yes, I have. Since the last pod, I have been a naughty boy. I've done a little borknaggering at the record store.
That's the spirit.
I have picked up on Jay's recommendation, Chemist Absolution.
Yeah, it's a great album.
I
That
picked
would-
up
that would be-
Crowbar. They're
And by Jay, you
self-titled.
mean Will.
Yeah, well, whoever. Everybody's.
That's
No,
Will
no,
Jay.
that was not me.
That was me.
I thought that was Jay's. Chemist.
No, that was me.
K-H.
Yeah, KH. Yeah, I thought that was Jay.
I
That was
actually
you?
have
That was
it.
me.
I do
Okay,
have
yeah.
it. I don't think I told you about it.
Okay. I picked it up on George's recommendation. Crowbar, they're self-titled. I love that fucking album. Finally was able to grab at Soundgarden the Opeth the Roundhouse tapes on vinyl.
Oh, you
Nice.
finally got that?
Yeah, finally.
How much?
I think it was 30.
Wow.
That's not bad.
That's really
Check that
good.
out.
Jungle Rock, Kill on Command, Ice Earth, Night of the Storm Rider. I got the Between the Buried and Me, Coma Ecliptic. I got a nice cancer benefit album, a real cool pink vinyl. Because like George, I'm a vinyl junkie addict with a problem. Deaf Haven, New Bermuda.
Wait,
Hey, Buke.
that's a joke, right?
No, that's 100% serious.
Can I
Tell
just
you,
point
Buke.
out that I don't have that, either of them
That-
on vinyl?
That's why he had to
wait,
validate
you,
that, though.
you cannot be fucking serious.
I'm 100% serious.
He buys shit he doesn't like because it's on vinyl.
It's on vinyl. I think with as much press as it has, I need to own it. I have it. I'll send
To
you
be
a
honest,
picture.
I was surprised at how many lists it was on this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's
actually
a lot.
was.
It was.
I was surprised.
Just like Sunbather, it made so many lists that I'm thinking I must be doing something wrong.
I think
I'm
it's way
missing
better than Sunbather, personally. That's not saying much, but I think it's way better.
Wait, Buke, have you listened to it yet?
I haven't
Or
listened to
you
announce
plan
it.
to listen to it.
Nope.
You just want to
No.
own it.
I just have it. It's an
Wait,
addiction.
but
You
are
never
will you listen to it?
It's hanging on the wall right now.
probably not.
Look at it this way, Will. It's one more copy that's not out there, so somebody else can listen to it.
I'm saving the world. Yes, I'm saving virgin ears from this.
You're a hero.
Any more?
Yeah, I got a couple more.
Okay.
Morphus, Under the Red Cloud.
Yes.
Still top start to finish an amazing album.
Wait, wasn't Amorphous the top album of all our lists last year?
I think it was as a group.
It was
may
on
have
every
been.
list but one.
That was
Yeah.
not one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it was. You're right, Will, with the
Most
numbers.
points.
that
To
are on
show
there.
how much I value my friends' opinions. Also at the Soundgarden, I grabbed Clutch, Psychic Warfare.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Are you not a Clutch fan?
No, I am. I didn't have it on vinyl. I bought it because you loved it so much.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
I do. I loved their last couple.
Number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, number one. Winterfelleth, the Ghost of Heritage, My Dying Bride, Feel the Misery. Finally picked up Paul Bearer, their first album. Picked up Torch, Restarter. And finally, you guys can hate on me for this and say I'm a poser, but from Germany, my album came in, Woven War, they're self-titled.
But let's say though,
I've
to
been
your
looking for this album
disappointment,
ever since it first came out.
But it was poorly vinyl mastered. You
It was
also reported.
horrendous. I
Yeah.
probably will never listen to it again because it sounded horrible.
What color did you look at the vinyl on
It's
your Paul Bearer record? Did you look at the vinyl?
I haven't opened it up yet, no.
Dude, because remember that one you sent me was like that beautiful blue sky with
Yeah.
clouds in it. Yeah, it was
Yeah, that's when I
fucking-
picked you up at Death Fest.
that Death Fest last year. That's like one of my nicest looking albums.
But I wanted to go on record. That's my catchphrase this episode. If you haven't heard the Woven War self-titled album, it's not super metal, and I know it's probably too poppy for this, but if you like hooks, give that album a listen, guys.
Woven
It's-
War, the guys who did not get arrested for killing their wives and came out of As I Lay Dying.
That's correct. And the lead singer from Oh Sleeper, yes.
Yeah.
I'd also like to pause here for a minute and just congratulate you, Buke, on coining the phrase "the girth of heritage." That was beautiful, dude. And
the way, Jay-
everybody just let it go by.
By the way, Jay, my friends have listened to the last episode, and their favorite moment, hands down, is Archivist.
Jay, sadly here,
Jay, you're a hero amongst all my friends right now.
You're a hero.
I have to say this here because sadly there is no girth over here.
The lowest common denominator.
That's right.
Okay, George, your turn, buddy.
All right, I've only got 2 new ones. As Jay mentioned, I got
Have roles been flipped this week?
apparently.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
It's been a slow year.
Split this week.
As Jay mentioned, I got the Swallow the Sun Songs from the North 1, 2, and 3, 5 album vinyl. I also got Celtic Frost's Morbid Tales After a Long Hard Search.
Yes.
Which is only
Great
covered
album.
with, it must be followed with "Fuck You" by me. I mean, he got a good price on it. He got a good quality copy.
It's hard to find a quality copy of this album.
Where did
is.
you buy it? How did you buy it?
I got it on I think it was Discogs.
It was Discogs,
Yeah.
and has the lyric poster in it and everything. It looks good.
Yeah, and it's like it was listed as like VG plus near mint,
Yeah.
but like the vinyl's spotless and even the cover is in near mint condition.
I got a notification today, George, from Discogs for a VG Plus, both media and cover for $65, and I'm honestly thinking about it, but I just don't know if I want to spend that.
Yeah.
Because that's like way at the top of my must-have list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also pre-ordered 3 albums, but I haven't obviously received them yet. I pre-ordered the Abbott.
It's shipping, by the way, because I got a shipping notice on there.
All right. And I pre-ordered the new Anthrax, and I pre-ordered the new Borknagar.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna need to get that on vinyl. That's a good record, dude. That one's gonna sit with me for a while.
Cool.
All right,
That's
deep
good.
tracks.
All right, I'm picking a deep track from a deep track because if you're a Rush fan, this is going way deep. This is off their Caress of Steel album, for any of you Rush fans. Fountain of Lameth. It's the third part of it. It's called No One at the Bridge. Most you guys probably don't know it, but it's
I know it. I went through a huge Rush phase.
it's beyond deep for Rush, and because they have such a massive catalog.
Yeah.
But it's one of those songs. It's got a solo on it that reminds me of Tangerine from Led Zeppelin. Nothing special, but Jimmy Page just hit the notes just perfect on the solo. Same here with Alex Lifeson. So
That Tangerine solo is almost out of tune, but it's not, and it's perfect. You know what I mean?
It's just right on the edge.
Yeah,
and,
right on the
and
edge, yeah.
it works. And so that's the solo for this song. Same for me. So
Right on.
That was back when he used to still play Les Pauls. Actually, that might be an ES335 record, but
well,
he
he's
did
playing
play
them
Les
again,
Pauls
but
early on.
he's
Yeah,
playing
they're
them.
his-
He was playing them again, but they're all refashioned and badass now.
Yeah, it's his signature Les Paul, and
It's
it's
the
like
signature one. Yeah,
it's thin because he's fat now, and it's got like a whammy bar on it and shit.
yeah. It's a little different.
But a good choice. We could talk Rush sometime, John. I am
big
Rush
time.
fan.
We'll do it in next week.
Yeah, when you guys see
All
each
right.
other for the first time.
Yeah, we
Face to
Actually,
face.
when John will see, you will be the first person to meet
That's right.
any of us. John will be the first
Yeah.
person to meet you in person.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. John's coming
Yeah,
to my
definitely looking
neighborhood.
forward
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna get together and have a beer.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Just one beer. Wait, first of all, it actually will be one.
Share a beer.
Yeah, you'll share one because Jay doesn't drink.
Actually, I'm drinking now. I am drinking the Trappist Roquefort.
If you guys have seen his
Let me
hockey
see.
play recently,
What
believe
number-
me,
what
Jay
number-
fucking
It's,
drinks.
It's in my cold cup, so you can't see it. But
Hey, what number?
Oh, BS.
Hey Jay, what number
know.
on the Rochefort?
8, and it's got is that how you pronounce it, Rushford? It's
Hey,
got
Rushford.
8.
Eight. Yeah,
it's
that's,
like,
that's how you pronounce it. Yes.
And I
eight.
want to say it's like 11.7 volume alcohol.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
All three of them.
It's
Are.
got-
All right, Will, deep track.
Oh, my deep track, Slayer off the Diabolus Musica, which is probably their most hated album ever. Which it
I love that
actually
album.
has. I love it too, but people freaking hate this album. But there's a song on there called "Love to Hate," which I think is perfect because people love to hate this album, and the song on this album is "Love to Hate." I love it.
Me too.
That's
Good
it.
song.
Mine is we decided to go Lemmy again this week. For Lemmy, off of the Deep Track album, completely deep album, Another Perfect Day. The lead track is called Back at the Funny Farm. It's a great song.
Excellent.
That's it.
Cool.
Puke.
Opeth off of Morning Rise, a beautiful song to bid you farewell.
Yes, excellent choice.
Cool. Mine is from 1989, Wrathchild America, and the song is Silent Darkness, Smothered Life from their Climbing the Walls album.
Dude, I saw them in concert.
Me too.
Trocadero in Philadelphia.
Yeah, was it the Megadeth show?
No, it was definitely not a Megadeth show.
I saw him on this tour opening for Megadeth.
I think it was Testament. I think it was Testament.
Oh wait,
show.
maybe it was Testament.
I saw them
they supported Testament.
Yeah,
I saw
practice
them
what you
open.
preach.
I saw him open for Fate's Warning.
All right,
Cool.
Yeah, in Tucson.
cool.
What's your topic? What's your topic? What's your latest week?
All right, let's get into our top 10 albums of the last 15 years.
Bum, bum, bum,
Can I
John, your honorable mentions.
real quick? This was impossible to do because there's so many, so I'll just rattle them off real quick. Nevermore, Godless Endeavor, band called Dark Sun, Swan-like,
My list is done.
Celtic Frost, Monotheists. You guys will shake your heads, but I love that Contortionist album, Language, from a couple years ago. Symphony X, Paradise Lost. Roll to Run made my list for favorite honorable mentions, their last one. Pagan's Mind, Celestial Entrance. Buke will scratch his head why this isn't in my top 10. Opeth, Ghost Reveries.
I'm scratching my head.
You're also scratching my head. Enslaved.
Pork Nagar.
I got Pork Nagard. Enslaved Below the Lights. And my last one, Isis, Oceanic.
Okay, and what's your number 10?
My number 10. The only band I got two entries. Opeth, Deliverance.
Okay. Will, what do you got?
All right, my honorable mentions are long, but not in any particular order. Yesterday Saints, Generation of Vipers, Iron Maiden, Brave New World, High on Fire, Snakes of the Divine, Deicide, To Hell with Fucking God, Testament, Formation of Damnation, Mastodon, Leviathan, Cavalier Conspiracy, Inflicted, which was fucking great. Behemoth, The Satanist, Candiria, What Doesn't Kill You, Sick of It All, Death to Tyrants, VYGR, which used to be the artist formerly named called Voyager, Hypersleep, and every fucking Cannibal Corpse album since 2000.
And what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Hark, Crystalline.
Nice.
It's
Wow.
British,
Yep.
sort of doomy rock. Unbelievable! I love it.
I love those guys.
Yeah, good stuff. Jay, what do you got?
Honorable mentions: Vanden Plas, Christo,
Great
Dead
album.
Again. Yeah, it's such a good one. Dead Again by Typo Negative. Goat Whore, Blood for the Master by Goat Whore.
Goat whore.
Pig Destroyer, Terrifier. And then two records that don't necessarily fall in the metal category per se, but I think they're really good records. Tool, Lateralus, and System of a Down, Toxicity, which I think is a great fucking record.
Can you unplug his fucking mic, please, for that one?
Down, even though I have it.
I love that record. And I don't blame people. My number 10,
all you Californians are all communists, so it's all right.
Hey,
I'm from California.
I was a late adopter, but I have to say I love that record. My number 10, Iron Maiden, Brave New World.
Right on.
Great.
Hey,
Hey,
wait a minute.
that's the first repeat.
Is this the last 15? Oh, yeah, I got confused.
You know what? There's going to be a bunch of repeats because you guys, all your honorable mentions.
We said 15 years. I figured it was 15 actual real years. 2001 to 15 is 15 years.
We're counting the last 15.
I did 2000 to
Oh, yeah.
2015 myself.
God damn it!
We're in the first 9 days of 2016.
So
Fuck
16
you
years.
guys. All right, Brave New World's on my list.
Yeah,
Spiritual
there you
Pagans,
go.
that ass.
Okay. Yes, I did 2000 to 2015.
Yeah, that is 16 years. Whoops.
Let her roll, Buke. Honorable mentions.
You remember, I brought this up, but I didn't actually think
Who
about
cares?
that. Yeah, anyway, who cares?
Okay, let me just say, I'm including this on my list, and I'm kicking myself in the fucking pants like we all will when we hear other things. Nevermore, Dead Heart in a Dead World. Children of Bodom, Hate Crew, Death Roll. Tombs, Savage Gold.
Fair enough.
Dimmu Borgir, Death Cult Armageddon. Iced Earth, The Glorious Burden.
Can't believe these are.
Me too.
I was expecting
This
those on your
is
list.
this is massive right here. Mastodon, Leviathan,
I mentioned that. Yeah, great.
Iron Maiden, Brave New World.
Another Iron Maiden.
And the album that got me into fucking heavy metal is going to be an honorable mention. Just because,
Really?
just for the simple fact being that I know in the metal world it's not liked.
Yeah.
This is probably my number one of all time, behind Alice in Chains, Pantera, Reinventing the Steel.
Wow. Wow.
And your number 10.
And my number 10, Anthrax, Worship Music.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
Start to finish, it's a catchy as hell album.
Yeah.
True return to form. I associated this album more with Anthrax than any other album of theirs.
Well, it's because you weren't born when the other ones came out.
Okay.
But yeah, it's of course.
And I will say this moving forward, this list to me, guys, is more important because I found metal in like 99, 2000. When you guys were
when
on,
I brought the metal to you, just come on, say it.
Yeah.
Say it. When George brought the metal.
when
albums of all time. Then.
yeah, so this for
We'll
me
do
is
it.
my
We'll
favorite
do it.
albums of all time. Yes.
We'll do it next time. Next time.
All right. My honorable mentions. Dissection, Reign, Chaos, the only one that came out in the 2000s before he killed himself. Amon Amarth with Odin on Our Side.
I forgot
yeah.
that one. Let me add that to mine too.
Machine Head, The Blackening.
That's a fucking honorable mention?
That is an honorable
Oh
mention.
my God, George!
Yeah, I was
Drink.
I thought that was going to be on my list, and it just got pushed off.
That's an honorable mention.
Yep.
Wow.
In Mourning, The Weight of Oceans. It's an Ocean album, so it's got to be on the list because all Ocean albums are cool. Which brings me to my next one, The Ocean, Pelagial. And just to keep everybody else happy, Iron Maiden, Brave New World.
Oh, fine.
Boom, boom,
Wait,
boom,
did you
boom.
just throw that one on there?
No.
But I would have guessed that would have been on there.
That's an honorable mention, George.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
thought it
man.
was gonna be on his list though. Yeah, I thought it'd be on his
We
list.
should put that.
That's
John,
probably your number one.
Make a list that says the number one honorable mention: Brave New World.
Yeah, send me your honorable mentions. I bet you it's going to be Brave New World.
John.
And my number 10,
Oh yeah,
which is also going to make Buke have paroxysms. Paroxysms? Is that right?
sure. Why not?
What?
Which
None
is
of
going
us
to put
know.
Buke into convulsions is Bloodbath, Resurrection Through Carnage.
Ah, wow.
But it's on the list.
It's on the list. Honorable mention, fucking Blackening. Oh
Yep.
my God.
All right, John, number 9.
Just mentioned it, George, from the Ocean. Pelagial. It's my number 9.
Nice.
I love that fucking album.
That's a great album.
My number 9, Pyres, Year of Sleep.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Dude,
Nice.
if you have not heard Pyres out of Toronto,
I haven't.
Canada, there's a lot of great music coming out of the
Great White North.
northeast
The Great
of
Northwest,
Canada.
yeah.
But Pyres, Year of Sleep, it is like a slightly doomy, rocky, deathy sort of. It's amazing.
Yeah, I bought that on your recommendation.
Amazing. All right, my number 9 is one of the two albums I'm confident nobody else will have, but it was really, this has been the era of Doom, and this was one of the foundational records, and it's good, I think. Electric Wizard, Dope Throne.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's good.
cool.
Alrighty.
No one else will have it, but it's good.
Yeah, I thought there'd be crickets, so that's cool.
No.
No, it's cool.
Buke, number 9.
Number 9.
Honorable
Number
mention,
9.
George Washburn.
He is feeling betrayed right now.
Do you know how much we talked about that album?
Yes.
Hey.
3 Inches of Blood, Advance and Vanquish.
All right.
As
I'm
number 9.
surprised it's that low on your list.
That's another one I
it
thought.
should be really high, but I'm sorry, I'm a little fucking list drunk right here for my best friend.
We're just
Yeah.
really
Well,
drunk.
hey, I expected those to be higher for you as well. So, my number 9, Children of Bodom, Hate Crew, Death Roll.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
That's it.
That's it.
Buke. And okay.
What's to say?
Really?
Okay.
Oh, he's okay with it.
I'm
Nice.
fine with that.
Because he honorable mentioned it.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, or did you?
I did.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. All right, John.
Am I up? All right, my lone true prog metal album on this whole list. Arch Matheos, Sympathetic Resonance.
Nice.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Arch. So
Yeah, me too.
And I love-
Actually, you know what, John? I got to step back and put John Arch's EP on my honorable mentions. I listen to that record so much.
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, they're both the same band because
Yeah.
they're both great. I love
How
them
do you
both.
spell his? Is that ARC?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just if you like modern Fate's Warning sound and Arch singing, that's what you get.
Okay.
You
Oh,
got
yeah. All right, Will.
My number 8, Baracho, Splitting Sky.
There you go.
If you have not heard Baracho from DC, who are friends of mine, who I've made beer for these guys, but irrespective, they're I think it's their first full length album.
First one, yeah.
Yeah,
They're a fun
Splitting
show
Sky.
live. Awesome band live.
It is an unbelievably great album, and this was actually my daughter Evelyn's favorite album for years. And she's only 5 years old, and this is her favorite album for years.
Will likes Baracho like Jay likes burrito.
Burritos.
That's an East Coast burrito. It's a Baracho.
What album was this again, Jay?
Borracho means drunk or drunkard in Spanish. So borracho.
The album name again?
Splitting Sky.
It's
Okay.
good.
Dude,
It's
check
a good
it
album.
out.
It's a great album.
They're the most humble, great dudes in the
Oh,
world.
they're awesome.
Yeah. John knows.
I've
them.
hung out. Yeah, they're cool.
Jay, number 8.
My number 8, I think these guys are one of the more important post-2000 bands. I had to have one of their records, and this is my favorite. Blessed Black Wings by High on Fire.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cool album.
Buke, number 8.
Bloodbath, Resurrection Through Carnage.
All right.
Nice.
See, it was close to mine, you know?
He looks so disappointed.
All right, my number 8 is Anthrax, Worship Music.
Wow, it's so nice that you guys both put that in.
Oh, you
amazing.
guys complete me.
I thought our list would be pretty much.
Let's go bork knock each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go
Hey,
bork
can we
knock
bork-
behind the house.
Hey, Buke,
Indeed.
can you bork knock me under the table there?
All right, John, number 7.
I can guarantee nobody will have this guy on their list. The madman from Canada himself, Devin Townsend. And it's his Poppy album. It's Addicted. I absolutely love that album from start to finish. So, well, minus a couple clunkers at the end.
Yeah, but nobody's going to get on you
No
for
one's
it.
going to get on you for
But
that.
nobody else will have it, so I stand out.
No one
Yeah.
ever heard it, so no one's gonna give you crap.
That's
Yeah,
why I
so what
love
can we
having
say? It
these,
might be
these
great. We
guys
don't
as,
know.
as part of the
we
pod.
don't
Yeah, fuck you guys. You all know who Devin Townsend is. Fuck you.
Of course we do. And we all like him, I think. I think it's fair to say
Yeah.
we all like something he's done.
This is Devin Townsend in his sober years. So
No, John, what's the difference between the Devin Townsend Project and the Devin Townsend Band?
nothing.
Or anything else he's ever done, dude, for that matter.
Well, I think it was just really kind of his creative process. That's all it is. If you know much about him, just real quick, he went through a pretty dark period of I guess I don't want to call it partying, but he went to some dark places, cleaned himself up, and he just decided he wants to have a bunch of different projects. It's all the same Devin Townsend.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't go with Ghost. I thought that was pretty critically acclaimed.
Ghost is his ambient album.
That was George.
Just did that,
That
George.
was George.
Yeah, dude,
Dude, you gotta keep that on call at all times. The cricket sound, that was priceless. Yeah, we need to hire a sound guy.
Yeah, George, turn this into a soundboard.
Sound guy, just like if it makes these drops every now and again.
If you want to go there, we'll go there.
Oh!
yeah, I'm
That
loading
was-
some shit up right
John,
now, bro.
I don't want your
Load some shit
wrath.
up for you, brother.
Yeah, that was all George over here.
All right, Will, number 7.
Slayer, Christ Illusion.
I saw it on his list.
Cricket sound.
This list is worse than 2015. We're brutal already.
I don't know. Like that could easily. I will have to say my number 1 through actually my whole top 10 could be all number 1s. So
Yeah. All right, well,
Yeah, you didn't play Cricket's Fear album.
Yeah.
I did.
Let's have at least nobody laughed at your last
you go
album,
first.
John.
yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, okay. Yeah, nice.
There's
Jay,
a
number
discussion
7.
about yours. There's cricket.
Jay, your pick.
You know what? You skipped out. I missed Will's. I couldn't hear Will's for whatever
It
reason.
was Christ
Number
Illusion.
7 was
You trying to-
Slayer, Christ Illusion.
All right. Okay. Cool. My number 7 from the honorable mention file. My number 7 is Machine Head's The Black Mean.
Well, Buke likes you better than me now.
How's it here?
It might not be high enough for him. That's it.
Buke, number
you're
7.
Lamb of God as the palaces burn.
All right.
Fair
Figured
enough.
it'd be there somewhere.
Yeah, that is. You know what? I have one problem with that album. The music is phenomenal. I just hate how much they riff against the military in that album. Which was my number 1 pet peeve with Lamb of God. I love the music, but man, they say they support the military, but all their lyrics are like, "We're a bunch of," because I'm a United States Marine. They just think we're a bunch of fucking ditto
Jarheads.
head retards.
That's a common veteran opinion about them in general.
And
Yeah.
the recording quality on this album is not good.
Yeah, well, that's a debut.
George,
My number 7 is Powerwolf, Blood of the Saints.
we drink your blood.
I did himself.
Say, cue it up, baby.
yeah, cue up your own crickets.
I cricketed myself.
I love this album.
It's a great album,
But over the fucking blackening?
yeah.
George, you just got some serious street credit by cricketing yourself.
That was badass, dude. That was good. I suck.
Better than
I was not
Jay
expecting
just
much
yawned at you.
I did. That's true.
All right.
Cricket put me to sleep, bro.
The beer.
John, number 6.
All right, my number 6. You could have picked any one of their last 6 albums. Well, 4 of the 6, but it's the first for their comeback. Amorphous, Eclipse.
All right.
Love it.
That works. No crickets for you.
I would have gone Skyforger myself. But
All right. Will, Number 6.
Number 6, Paul Bearer, Foundation's a Burden.
Wow.
Nice. Cool. I was wondering if somebody would do that one.
Like I said, when it comes to, like, I'm getting this point in my list, all these could have been number 1, so.
Yeah,
Nice.
and that is a fine album. This one I could have done, not unlike John. I could have done anything from Below the Lights up till now.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite all-time enslaved record is Rune. That's I think it's just solid from start to finish, and it's a great record.
That and Below the Lights are my 2 favorite by them. Yes, great album.
Right on. Buke, number 6.
Call me metalcore if you want. Laugh me off the fucking podcast. Play your crickets. I don't
Wait. Well, let us all cue everything up before you say it.
Get everything ready to go. Kill Switch Engage, alive or just breathing. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Wait. George, don't you call them Kill Suck Engage?
No.
This album I have listened to thousands of times. This album, like it or not, started a lot of bands and a lot of success for a lot of bands in the metal world around this time after this album. This is right before Howard joined the band. I love it.
He's been pretty.
I've been flying the flag of these guys before they fucking broke.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's
but
been
George,
pretty loyal the whole time.
George, don't you hate these guys?
I'm not a fan.
No, he is not a fan, and him and I don't really talk about it. But I have always been on these guys' bandwagon.
It's hey, Will, to put that in your perspective from the military, it's kind of a don't ask, don't tell thing.
Yeah.
Well put, Jay.
And on that
Thank
note,
you.
I will say that I've seen Kill Switch a couple times. I have a bunch of albums.
Brutal.
I like Kill Switch. I don't love them. It's
They
that,
were cool live. I enjoyed them live when I saw them.
I like the Howard years because he is an incredible vocalist.
Oh, I could put the End of Heartache right in this spot, and it could.
Yeah.
That album is amazing.
Yeah.
But Alive or Just Breathing just
Yeah.
started me down this path.
My number 6, Celtic Frost, Monotheist.
Yes.
Much love.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised that's at number 6, not higher.
Oh, just wait.
Higher being lower, closer to number 1.
Yeah. All right, John, number 5.
do you have a banjo to keep with those crickets there at all?
Why, are you going to do Panopticon?
No. Not Deaf Heaven either. November's Doom, The Pale Hunt Departure is my number 5.
Yeah, I like them.
Yes.
Cool. Will?
My number 5, Clutch, Blast Tyrant.
Who?
Ouch. Yeah.
Oh, wait, no,
Which-
I won't give you crickets. I like Clutch, too.
Well, we are in our top 5 now, just to kind of note
See,
that
they're
here.
a
So
hometown band, so give them respect.
I know. I give them that, too. All right, Jay.
my number 5, ISIS, Oceanic.
Nice. Great album.
The second mention for that.
Jay, just to be clear, Jay supports ISIS.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Yep, you do support ISIS.
What Jay meant to say was ISIS, the band.
That's right.
I give them credit who refused to change their name.
Yeah, good for them. Don't.
Yep.
I said Anthrax
Same with
back
Anthrax,
in 2001.
Exactly.
Yep.
Why should I? Fuck them. Not the band.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Buke, number 5.
Hatebreed, Perseverance.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Right on.
Been a big fan of those guys for years. My favorite album by them.
All right, let me just cue up the crickets again, because nobody knows my number 5. Buke should, but number 5, Timeless Miracle, Into the Enchanted Chamber. Yeah, nobody knows that one, but it's a classic. Let me tell you, it's one of my all-time favorite albums. It's power metal, and it's good. It's real good. So check that out. All right.
Literally, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I told you. I knew
The
nobody
image
would.
of Will and I on the screen is evidence right there.
It is very good. Very good.
This should be a live recording so you can see the podcast should also include the video of all 3 of us so we can see the reactions on people's faces.
Yeah, there's been a lot of dazed looks.
Yeah.
That's
we're
probably
doing
just
all
the
right.
beer.
We're doing all right.
Jay's yawning.
Well, I'm trying to get my rim shot rolling here. Do I have it ready?
I thought you said rim job. I don't know.
The next record I hear, that's a joke, because that's getting.
Or in some circles, the Borknager.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, John, number 4.
I know my next 4 are all badass fucking albums, so I don't want to hear no fucking crickets.
Bring
or
it, buddy.
Any rim shots. Primordial, to the Nameless Dead.
The crickets have been
That's
set
it.
down.
Yep.
There you go.
That's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, that
Right.
was on a lot of lists throughout the years,
But
yes.
That's probably my most intense album of the last 15 years, from start to finish.
I like Where Greater Men Are Falling more myself, but that's just me.
That was your number 1 in 2014,
It was.
right?
That was my number 1 album last year.
Yeah, that's a great album too.
Will, number 4.
My number 4 is Bloodbath, Nightmares Made Flesh. I know it's not Michael Ackerfart, But I think the music quality is. I think the songs are way better than anything else they've done.
No Opeth beer for you now.
Yep, get that away from him. Knock that out of his fucking hand.
Are you a Hypocrisy fan?
I am a fan of whoever the lead singer was on that album.
That's Peter.
Yeah, that's Peter.
Peter from Hypocrisy, yeah.
Yep.
No, I've never. I don't know. I don't give him crap what other band he was in. The music on that album was way better.
Jay, number 4.
All right. Even though Buke and John are always talking about it, I went through a period when I was obsessed with these guys, and it lasted up through right before one record that you guys love and I don't.
One Direction?
No, Blackwater Park by Opeth.
Nice.
You will get no complaints from us here on that one.
Nope.
It's one of the
People
greats.
call that one of the greatest metal albums of all time.
I considered it.
Buke, wait, Buke. Have you had an Opeth album yet?
Not yet, because my whole list could be Opeth.
So like the top 3?
I'm not saying anything.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, say your number 4.
At least I mentioned 2 so far. Jeez.
My number 4,
Opeth.
Between the Buried and Me, the Parallax 2 Future Sequence.
Really?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wow.
Start to finish, amazing.
Yep.
Amazing.
Nice.
Same vein as the Ocean album.
Nice.
And to watch them play it live, start to finish, just even does it for me more.
Liver.
Right on. My number 4 is Ahab and the Giant.
I forgot about that. That's a
Thought about it.
Cool.
I forgot about that. That's a great one.
Yep. Okay, here we are at top 3. John.
My list is just getting more badass as we go on.
I'll put it
And I
on
know
record.
I know Will will like this one. Gojira, or as you say, Gojira.
Gojira!
Gojira.
From Mars to Sirius.
Yep, that's a very strong album too, John. That's
Love
a great
it.
one.
Strong choice. Strong
Yeah,
choice.
it is a very.
You got it on the green with that one.
Yeah, I
Almost
felt like
made my
when I
list.
heard this album for the first time, it somehow revolutionized metal for me.
Yeah, it was
It did for
I
a lot
thought
of
it was
people.
great.
no complaints there.
Heavy as fuck.
Double bass.
Yes.
And actually, that's
That's
John.
the first time we hung out at a show.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, look at them kissing each other. Put the tongues away. Hey,
Hold on,
don't
I
we
gotta cover up
expect
the camera for a second.
John, don't we expect their album out this year?
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're working on it right now. Which, incidentally, they toured with Machine Head, whose Blackening record was out that same year, and that was quite a tour.
Booyah. All right, Will.
My number 3, Creator, Hordes of Chaos.
Yeah.
That's good.
And this easily could have been my number 1. It is from start to finish. There's not a bad song, which to me was return to form for Creator, going back to just putting out amazing thrash metal.
I just listened to Pleasure to Kill yesterday. I hadn't listened to it in a long time.
I love Creator. There's a period where in the 90s every band dropped off, but
They got lost. Yeah.
they picked up Hordes of Chaos. I could listen to that every day. I love it.
Excellent.
All right.
Jay.
My number 3, easily one of the most important post-2000 bands. I think they've fallen off a little bit last couple records, but you cannot deny that Leviathan is great by Mastodon. Very good.
Yes.
Blood and Thunder is probably the greatest song of the last 15 years.
I
Noble
100%
Burl
agree.
is the best
And
song
I
in the
think
last
about
15
I think
years.
about this a lot when I was putting this list together. Is what is the first riff of the first
Yes.
song on an album?
Well, that's the best way to put it. Yep.
I think that someone's trying
No.
to kill me.
And it's about Moby Dick. I mean, that there are bands that sprung out of that album. Literally.
Ahab.
There's, Ahab was inspired by that. Yeah.
I will say I will make a slight tangent here. My whole brewery that I work at, Fair Winds Brewing Company, comes out of the phrase "Fair Winds and Following Seas," which is from Herman Melville's Moby Dick.
Nice.
Which I read, by the way, because of Leviathan. It was just an amazing book. Buke,
I've
number
never
3.
read it because I'm like Buke. I can't read.
It's so good, dude. It's as good as people say it is.
All right.
After this, I got one.
Is it my number 3?
It is your number
Number
3.
3.
Number 3. Sentenced, The Cold White Light.
Excellent.
Nice.
Definitely no crickets there.
No
cool.
crickets there at all. And start to finish, an amazing album. Not super heavy, but
Yep. My number 3, Triptychon, Milana Kazmata.
Yes. I was
boy.
wondering what I was going to fit
Yeah.
on there. It's nice.
Yep. You'd be surprised it wasn't higher, I would think. But
Yeah.
No, 3's pretty good. 3's pretty good.
yeah. All right. John, number 2.
I'm going with the big beast from the ocean with Mastodon Leviathan.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There you go. Yep, great.
Let me tell you right now, it's all the other songs outside of Blood and Thunder that I love on that album.
Really?
That's great.
Yo,
no
Blood
Dust,
Thunder,
dude.
Blood and Thunder is cool, but Iron
Dude.
Tusk is just
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
Hearts
Sea
Alive,
Beast.
Sea Beast. Hearts
Yeah.
Alive is the centerpiece. Even though it's at the end, that's the song of the album for me.
It is, dude. That's
You
one
know,
of the
that's
songs of the
here
decade.
right there. Hops Alive, man. Hearts
When
Alive.
three
Hops
is two.
alive!
Hops
Dude,
Alive, man.
Well done, John. And I couldn't
So-
agree with you more. It's epic. I know every note of that record backwards and
Yeah,
forwards.
and it's one of the few albums from this period that I like every song from start to finish.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
so
album.
good. So fucking good.
And-
Don't wait on me.
Can I say it for us that no matter where we really put these albums, it doesn't make one better than the other because these are the
No, they're all great
in
albums.
our opinion, these
Yeah.
are all great fucking albums.
Yeah, they're all great
including
albums.
honorable mentions.
Yes,
by the way. Like,
you would go
I have
wrong.
Leviathan. I have Mastodon Leviathan on my honorable mentions.
Yes,
and
same for me.
I probably could have easily put that at
And
number one.
that number one,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
If any of our
Yeah.
listeners went out and spent their money on buying every single one of these, you would not be wrong.
Mark is
Yeah,
going to
go
make
wrong.
one hell of a playlist.
Except for the ones that George mentioned. Had
Yeah,
crickets
except for
with.
one that George mentioned, and good luck there.
Yeah.
Don't buy any albums. Don't buy any albums until John puts together the top 10 list from our top 10.
Yeah, yeah. That's,
Yeah,
I'm
wait till
looking
John
for-
puts it out.
Yeah, let me finish that list first. Then go buy them.
Yeah. All right, my number 2, Cannibal Corpse, Kill.
Nice.
I was wondering if you were going to have any
I
of
felt
them
like
in yours.
this was, and this is going to sound weird, I felt like this was their more approachable, the first approachable album that they did in a weird sort of way. I just felt like they got sort of more, the song structure was a little bit more melodic, and this is the first album I felt like you can tell the difference between the songs, and every album after this has been phenomenal. So, and I named a beer after, I brewed a beer at my last brewery called Maniacal, which is one of the later songs off this album. I love this album so much.
And my favorite beer from that former brewery.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
a lot
drink-
of people's
drink a lot of those with
favorite
beer,
beer,
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Jay,
Okay.
number 2.
All right, I got to tell you, Mastodon, I was like a Mastodon, just worshiper throughout the decade. And so that the fact that this record creeped above Mastodon says a lot about this record. And I think there's no dead space on this fucking record. Nevermore, This Godless Endeavor.
Yes, great fucking
I
album.
have
Surprised it
listened
could
to
be
that
number
record.
one.
Have listened to that so many times, and it was the one that when we started making this list, I listened to more than any other record once I started going back. And I just Sentient number 6 and Psalm of Lydia. God damn it, that record's good from start to finish.
It closes out with a great track. It's an epic
It's
track.
amazing. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I love that album. And it was a great tour. Everything about it was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
John, have Nevermore, do they play Prog Power back in the day?
They have been asked several times, and they've canceled. And we'll have to talk about Nevermore later. We still haven't done that. But
Did Worrell ever come there with his solo stuff?
Yeah, well, he was there with Sanctuary,
Okay.
and that was cool. I got to see Sanctuary, so that was cool. But Nevermore there. But I've seen Nevermore a boatload of times when they've toured with Opeth. It seems like in the first half of the 2000s, a bunch of times. So.
A bunch of times, yeah.
I
think-
saw Sanctuary when they opened for Megadeth, not Wrathchild America. Wrathchild America was Testament. I saw Sanctuary on the Refuge Denied tour with Megadeth.
That would have been cool. Definitely cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Buke, number 2.
Every Opeth album could be an honorable mention or on this list from 2000 on. But I'm going to list my favorite that got more plays than any other album, Opeth Ghost Reveries.
Wow, nice.
Yep.
They all could fill this whole list, but that's just stupid to do. So,
Yeah, I feel the same way about all the Cannibal Corpse albums.
Yeah.
From
yeah, they all could do,
Last couple.
all of our lists could be this 4 or 5 of the same band. But
Yeah, I felt that way about my number 2 and my number 1. My number 2 is Buke's number 3, Sentenced to the Cold White Light.
yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
a little bit of Borknaggering going on.
Yes, that
today.
was a lot of book-knockering going on there.
We just lost video from George and Buke,
Oh, he just threw a towel over the camera.
Good choice, buddy.
and they're both smiling.
Yep.
Well, this is where it gets ugly. Number 1.
No,
Number
it's
one.
not going to get ugly because if you don't know what this is, you don't know me. Buke, you want to do my number 1?
Are you going Blackwater Park?
Blackwater Park,
Yep.
number
I
1.
knew it.
I knew it,
Blackwater
my
Park.
friend.
From Opeth, no, that without question.
Yep, you are. You know what, buddy? You can look at multiple lists, websites, books. Again, I said it earlier, I think when Jay mentioned it, or Will, whoever mentioned Jay mentioned it. This is, people say, one of the greatest metal albums of all time.
It is.
And what's funny
It would
is,
be, if this was an all-time list, it would probably be on my all-time list.
Yeah, it simply did not make mine because not that I don't like it as much, I just didn't listen to it as much as Ghost Reveries.
It's not my favorite Opeth album, but it's my favorite for this period.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's funny that you say that, because Leviathan is not my favorite Mastodon record, but it's the one I put on the list because it is.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Mastodon album?
Crack the Sky.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. But I love Leviathan. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, it is.
Leviathan is by far my favorite one.
Yeah, Leviathan
amazing.
and Remission. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would
Yeah,
even
yeah.
say this.
Yeah,
I
or the
think
early
Leviathan.
stuff.
This will sound strange, but I think Leviathan is their best record. But
Hey.
Crack the Sky is my favorite record.
Jay and Will, what did you, and John included, what did you guys think of Remission when you first heard it?
Loved it.
Loved it?
Yeah,
loved it.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is what, March of the
But-
Fire Ants?
but-
Fire Ants. Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
But the jump from that record to Leviathan was fucking astronomical.
yeah, and it
And
was
then I feel like every album that's come out has been a huge jump to the point that they're irrelevant.
Yeah, that's a great point you
That's-
bring up there, Will.
well.
Yeah,
I did like up
Every
the,
album has been a huge jump.
but I did
in
like
the
up
wrong
the crack,
direction. By the way,
I did like up.
See, but you know what, John, I'll go on a limb. I've liked even the last couple. You know,
No, they're good.
They're still
just not
catchy.
groundbreaking.
Yeah.
I have them all. I don't like them all.
I think we
they're just not
listened to it
groundbreaking.
at Port City that one night. You and I were just like,
Yeah.
It's the way I feel about Opeth now. No offense, guys.
All right, Will, what's your
yep.
number one?
Will, your number
Number one, Gojira from Mars to Sirius.
Okay, yep.
Oh,
That was a good one.
sweet.
Yep.
yeah.
Sweet.
And what's weird is I was surprised this was going to be my number one because I
I would not have expected this from you. I would have thought a Cannibal Corpse would have been. I would have thought Kill would have been your number one.
when I heard Gojira from Mars to Sirius the first time, I just actually felt like this was something completely new in metal. Even though it wasn't that new, but the way they slide the guitar between riffs
Just so
and
fucking heavy.
and the double
That's heavy,
bass
yeah.
drums, it's very drum forward.
but it's not traditional death metal. There's a progressive side to them.
Oh,
a
yeah,
little bit.
absolutely.
Definitely. For me, Flying Wells was. They're like, what?
Yeah,
Really?
but I remember,
I
I will
love
never
it.
forget this, and this is what I have to say: is my wife and I took a trip before we had kids down to southern Africa, and we ended up in Cape Town, in the country of South Africa. We went to Cape of Good Hope, which is the southernmost point. And I actually, for whatever reason, I had my iPod on me. Well, I should say for whatever reason, because I always have it on me. And in the bay, in one of the bays of Cape of Good Hope, I saw some humpback whales.
Yeah.
And I literally quickly found this track, and I started playing "Flying Whales" from this album, Gojira. And it's a long song. It's like, I don't know, it's like 8 minutes long. And I started listening and just watching the whales, and it was just like, it was a beautiful day outside. It was very surreal. And my wife was walking back toward me. She's like, "Let's go." I'm like, "Leave me alone. I'm just gonna listen to this song and watch whales."
It's like
I
when
got actually see whales, not flying but swimming, listening to this album, and this album, when I heard it for the first time, just absolutely sort of blew me away. Because I found it was familiar, but so different. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay, then.
But I really, really like it, and I think it's a great album.
All right, Jay, number one.
My number one is a record that I think is one of the true works of art to come out after 2000. I should think you would know what it is, George.
Jay, I have a feeling you and I can be number one. Don't you disappoint me right now,
No,
Jay.
I'm about to disappoint you because there's no way this is
Are
yours.
you serious?
Yeah, there's no way.
It's not what we talked about playing hockey the other night?
Is it monotheist?
It's monotheist. Celtic
Yeah.
Frost. That was when that.
You're so disappointed.
It's a
I'm
fucking
sorry,
great
brother.
album.
Yeah, I loved it so much, and it's just good from start to finish. I saw some on that tour, and they were fucking artful in fucking person. It was amazing. So
But Jay and George, for both of you, don't you think though, after the duds that came before that for this album to come out, you're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
as a reunion record too.
Yes.
And it took forever to make, and I was like, it was worth it. It was worth every minute it took to make this record. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Buke. Now
number
that
one.
I let you down, Buke. I thought we
friend.
talked about Machine Head the other night.
After talking about this playing hockey the other day,
Which one was
I'm
it?
going to be really quick. As a band that completely found themselves again, that breathed new life into a fucking band, I'm getting all passionate, getting all up on the mic here.
Well, let me stop you there. You already heard me say it, dude. It was down on my list a little ways.
It was on your list a little ways, Jay,
Just
but
what's the
that
number?
doesn't make a difference right now.
It's Winger and
To a band that completely changed themselves and fucking grew and showed maturity. Machine Head, The Blackening.
Yeah, fine choice.
George, I'm disappointed there was an honorable mention from you. I just want to go on the record with that.
I will tell you, it was one of the first things I put down that I thought of. I was like, oh, it's got to be on there. But it just got pushed off.
But you loved
Yes, I know.
We loved that.
I know. That's why that album
love to that?
is why
What?
I said this list would not be accurate.
Pork Nogger.
Yeah, I was obsessed with it, Buke. It was my number 7, so it is on my list. I
Jay,
think
George,
I'm the only other one
that
who had.
album has put them back on the map and put them one of the greats.
That's their master of
That
puppets.
album alone is, just like he said, a master of puppets. And we could even go into other bands, honorable mentions. Trivium, Enter the Dragon, all those albums were fucking great around this time.
Well, Buke's the only one that could possibly guess my number 1, I'm thinking.
I can't right
And
now.
you can't.
I'm so lost.
It's sentenced. I'm sure it's something by sentence.
That's
my
New Bermuda.
sentence came in at number 2.
New Bermuda.
New Bermuda.
By the way, when I re-listened to the podcast and heard that, I laughed for like 5 minutes, and I was both my kids were in the car, and they're like, "Daddy, what are you laughing at?"
Before George takes this, I want to give one honorable mention. I forgot Amon Amarth with Odin on Our Side.
All right, nice.
Yeah, I was surprised that wasn't on there.
Yeah, go ahead, George.
All right, my number 1. Wait, let me cue the crickets.
Do the crickets.
Oh, come on. Is the Crickets album?
Could this be Triptychon?
No,
George
Triptychon.
Washington.
Triptychon was number 3.
1993 album.
Nope. This is from 2012.
Oh.
Woods of Ypres 5.
Yes.
Gray
yes.
Skies and Electric Light.
Yep.
Fair enough.
No,
Yeah.
don't get crickets
no,
for
no
this.
crickets.
I should have known.
Yeah, that's
I should have known.
That is definitely my favorite album of the last 15 years.
I kick myself for not knowing that. Yes.
Interesting. We had a lot. Okay, so we had a lot of doubles there. Mastodon showed up. Machine Head showed up a couple times.
Looking
ISIS.
at all of our lists, though, Leviathan probably could be the podcast.
Well, that and Machine Head probably.
Yeah,
That
probably.
and Machine Head, yeah.
And then followed by
think-
Gojira.
Yeah, I think
Blackwater
four of us
Park.
mentioned Leviathan, Mastodon Leviathan.
Blackwater Park was mentioned on all of our lists, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be interesting
Iron
to hear.
Maiden, Brave New World. I think it was
Yeah, Brave New
everyone's,
World was everybody as well.
So our top 10 list is going to have, when we do it, it's going to have an honorable mention as one of the top albums of the year.
Hey, you know what? You got to get it where you can get it from, you know?
No, it was my idea today at the last minute to do the most disappointing albums of the last 15 years. So here they are. Go, John.
All right. I don't hate these albums. I like them. I was still disappointed. Maiden's last album, Book of Souls. Yes.
I
And
agree with
Opeth,
you. You got my vote
Heritage. Those are my two.
Oh, all right, John. What the
I
heck?
liked them. I was just disappointed because I didn't expect them.
Will.
Sure.
Yeah, so mine, The Sword, High Country, did not like it. Megadeth, Super Collider, terrible. Morbid Angel, Illud, Devium, Insanus, which you could say this album blows, Big Floppy Donkey Dick. Iron Maiden and Minor Life of Death and Book of Souls. Byzantine, A Release to Resolve. I'm sorry, Buke. It was a huge disappointment for me. And everything by Metallica after the Black Album.
Yeah.
Everything
Injustice for
after
All.
Injustice for All.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, go Jay.
You guys have named some that I could go along with, so I'm just going to add those mentally to my list, but I will just say 2 records. These guys were on my list. Electric Wizard, I thought their last record sucked so bad after like 4 great records. And I mean, I couldn't even get through it. And then I thought the follow-up to Brave New World, I thought Dance of Death was pretty fucking lame.
Yeah.
So I was really disappointed in that record. Buke.
Book of Souls was a major disappointment. And I was in Yellowstone at the time, going backpacking through the country. I had one album called Heritage on my iPod. Hadn't heard anything about it.
Here we go. This
I
is going
was-
to be the best week ever.
I was like, yes, sir, going into the backwoods with this brand new Opeth album.
Why me?
If a grizzly bear would have come and ripped my throat out, I would have been fine at that point.
Take my life.
Yes,
That's awesome.
major disappointment. But I've grown to love that album.
George.
Yeah. I don't have anything that.
He's quickly doing some research, trying to make up something.
No.
Oh my God, I just saw George type. I didn't know he could type. I know monkey.
wasn't
I wanted to
Just
get
mash
some
the keyboard.
specifics. All right. Well, most of the stuff people have already mentioned. I was going to say.
If it's obscure, though, can anybody really hate it?
No. I was
If somebody hates an obscure record in the forest alone, Buke, does it? Well, can you forget it? I don't know where I was going
record
with
falls the force. Is anyone there?
Does anybody hear it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, but Saint Anger, Lulu,
Yeah.
Pale
Yeah,
Communion.
basically what I said. Anything by Metallica.
Yeah. And
Pale Communion was a disappointment?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
I think Heritage established what they were, though, now.
I still liked
He was
Heritage
disappointed
more.
that they didn't correct their mistake.
Yeah. And then finally,
Not even they learned from that album. Sorry, George.
whole bunch of Megadeth. Endgame, 13, Super Collider.
Oh yeah, sure, all of them.
So, yeah.
And you can probably add Dystopia pretty soon.
And myself, one more quickly, everything after Hate Crew Death Roll for Children of Bodom.
Oh come on, the new one was alright.
The new one's all right.
Yeah.
And everything after Death Cult Armageddon for Dimmu.
Also supposed to be working on a record right now, so we'll see.
Yeah. All right, before we get into the last bit here, I want to mention to check us out on Facebook. You can check us out on Twitter. I am Disciple OV Metal.
I'm wearing it with pride today. Opeth fan on Twitter.
At Catatonic J on Twitter.
I think I'm White Cluster 69 on Twitter. I
You
can't remember,
are.
but I think that's.
I think you are.
Thank you for confirming.
And I'm at Brew Metal Will.
And you can also check us out on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on Stitcher. And as always, at wearemetalheads.com. All right, we're going to leave you now with the last bit from Roundtable, and then we will finish up with another song from them. So we'll see you next time. All right, here we are at the end of the episode, and as promised, we've got a little bit more with Roundtable. Before we get into the last song, I wanted to ask you guys if you could give us some information. Where can people find your stuff, your music, or anything else? What can you pimp?
You can find us at roundtableband.com. That just directs you to our Bandcamp at the moment. That's where you can buy a copy of our album digitally and soon in physical formats. You can also buy t-shirts there. Also, we've got a Facebook account at facebook.com/roundtableband. That's where we sort of post the news most regularly about what's going on with us, gigs and whatnot. Probably mostly, relevant to local people, but nonetheless, we sort of post first about, releases and things like that, and interviews and whatnot in there. Yeah.
We like to know what you're up to.
Do you have a Twitter account?
Nah, yeah, you got to draw the line somewhere.
That's our line. Facebook, Twitter.
I think a lot of investors say that exact same thing about Twitter. You got to draw the line somewhere. Yeah. And I cut you off. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to mention?
Yeah, we're on SoundCloud as well. I know if you just look up Roundtable Melbourne, it'll direct you straight to it because there's a couple of roundtables floating around on SoundCloud. But
it's just the same stuff on it.
A Japanese band called Roundtable. And here in America, we have the delicious Roundtable pizza. But so don't be confused by that. When you so Google these guys. Google these guys as Roundtable Band, Roundtable/Melbourne. You'll get to where you're going.
Yeah, that's right.
Excellent. All right.
Before you go into the next song, I just want to say how much we appreciated you guys being our first across the ocean interview.
Yes,
our pleasure.
We definitely appreciate the effort that it took to put all this together. And I've been talking to you for a while, and we finally got to make it happen. So thank you very much for coming on. So the last song we're going to play is called "The Siege of Uther's Keep." Can you talk about that a little?
I guess lyrically, it's about a part in the story where the warlord Kral is sort of seeking revenge on his former ally Uther and launches a siege on his keep. So the song.
I'm sorry. Wow, it's all coming together now.
I understand the name now.
Yeah, the song is about that attack from beginning to finish, and so he slowly lays waste to the forces of his enemy, and then discovers that the guy isn't even there. He's sort of disappeared during the action to save his own skin.
Dude, nothing you've said over the last 30 seconds was not completely fucking metal, dude. Nicely done. You got Siege in there, people running for their lives like cowards. Yeah, this is fucking metal, dude.
Yeah.
No, good stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, Sam. Oh, what was that? Go ahead.
There's like samples and stuff in there which are pretty cool. I sort of found a sort of public domain sound library and kind of assembled a soundscape to sort of set off the story a bit more. So at the beginning of the song, there's sort of there's that sort of stuff throughout the album, which we kind of like the idea of to be a bit different. But I guess it's a bit more pronounced in this song. At the beginning, there's a lot of sounds of sort of the forces amassing and riding in and sort of battle horns and whatnot. And then later in the song, you've got the sort of sounds of battle and the rhythmic banging of the ram against the castle doors, etc.
I honestly thought you were gonna say wenches, but that's cool too.
Sorry.
A couple of those samples came from original recordings of Polish Cavalry or something, wasn't it? Back in.
Oh, really?
Did you end up using them?
No, it was stuff from, I think one of the sort of contributors on the site that I used was the sort of Finnish National Archives or something.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think they were recordings from the 70s or 80s or something, like probably reenactments or something of the Civil Wars or something. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff out there.
But don't try to convince me any of those are medieval recordings, because that's just, we're not.
Well, they sound pretty convincing.
Yeah, fair enough. We're glad to have you guys, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. And like we said, make sure to look them up. They are Roundtable. And this is the song, The Siege of Uther's Keep. See you next time.